Okie dokie, I'm here. Let me bring in the people.
Fine,
Hello,
that's
the
broad
people.
enough that can mean a lot of things.
Hello, the people.
Oh, hi, I was just talking about the Wholesome Games Direct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was at 1 o'clock, so I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing Homestuck. I was wrong. It was at noon. Anyway.
My favorite cozy game is Vriska. Yeah, I have to. Is Vriska banging a gavel?
Yeah. It's been like 3 weeks since we last streamed Homestuck, so I'm like trying to remember what happened last time.
Last time I'm pinning this.
I did, well, I have to pin in the triggers, but yeah.
You can overwrite it with the triggers, I don't care.
That's probably a little more important.
Yeah. I just ran through with the wiki to refresh myself. So
I was gonna say that, for what I remember is that John's actions went back and saved Vriska, and it turns out that she's actually doing things right for once.
Yep. Her death was a detriment and ruined the entire world and the universe. She's the most important character next to Gamzee. She has to be alive.
See, they were operating off of the Morrowind Essential Katag and not the Skyrim, and not the Oblivion or Skyrim one.
Whatever that means, but thank you.
Well, it means that she has died many times.
Yes.
It just doomed the timeline instead of her coming back to life.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Rather
in
than being
Morrowind,
too
if you
important...
kill someone, it'll just tell you, oh, hey, you killed someone important. You should, like, go back to a different save, because otherwise you can't finish the game.
Yeah.
Whereas in the other games, they just get knocked out no matter how many times you hit them with a sonic boom.
Yeah.
Vriska found love.
Yes.
Which was pretty cute.
Although that was a different timeline Vriska than the one that
Very true.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yep, different timeline Vriska found love.
Yes,
This is a kinder and softer Vriska who has been through dying many times, met young Troll Hitler, and found out that young Troll Hitler is actually pretty cool when they're not being a genocidal maniac.
Okay. Sorry, my mom just decided to tell me that she was going to be leaving in a few minutes.
Okay.
Good. I mean, good.
Good.
But yeah, no,
we had a bunch of conversations with everybody once we were back in the main timeline.
Yep.
A lot of them, like John talking about homosexuality and sexuality and romance, and Karkat insisting that John has a black thing going on with Terezi.
Yeah.
And Freudian conversations, discussions about prototyping being actually not fucked up.
The ethics of prototyping, the questions of different of characters in different realms. It seems like Vriska and Karkat may be developing Black Rom.
Yeah, something like that.
The interesting detail is that though Vriska is a generally helpful force, she's still actually extremely bigoted. Since she still thinks very lowly of Tavros.
Well, to be fair, it's Tavros. I mean,
yeah. So we have about 540 pages left. That's probably 2 more streams. We're streaming until 4 today because of Vlad's prior engagement. So
okay, sounds good. We are nearing the end of Homestuck.
Here is our triggers.
Or Homestuck proper.
Yep.
Correct.
Alright, so our triggers, as always for Act 6, ableism, toxic relationships, alcoholism, addiction, gaslighting, mild homophobia, fantasy racism, weapons, death, murder, blood, fictional gore, self-injury, sexism, and genocide. Alright, let's fuck around. Let's see what Risk is trying to do for everyone's attention.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, time's up. Wrap up your conversations. Our tactical meeting is officially back in order. All right, has everyone shut up yet? I think so. Great. Let's not waste another second then. I'm diving right into this. Everyone pay close attention and try to keep up. I'll start by describing the exact nature of the threats we're dealing with and go from there. According to intelligence gathered during our trip along with some reconnaissance work on arrival, this session has 4, possibly 5 major adversaries. The Condess, of course, and 3 Jack Noirs of varying levels of danger. Plus, there's the female proposition of equivalent power to the strongest Jack. She's sort of an X factor. It's hard to accurately gauge her threat level, but I'm not about to take any chances. All these threats are just outside the infosphere, en route to the session as we speak. Once they arrive, all hell will break loose. That's when endgame is officially go. You only have a couple hours to prepare, so you need to listen to every word I say. Victory will depend on following my plan to the letter. So, where's the Condess right now? She's on Durst, preparing for the same critical conversions herself. After our little prison raid caught her completely off guard, costing her some hostages and key points of leverage, we've essentially reached a point of leverage. We've essentially reached a contemporary ceasefire by default while both sides regroup. This is not how she expected things would go. We had the advantage of surprise that time, but we won't be so lucky next time. She's waiting for the Jacks to get here just like we are. Once they do, she'll instantly have the upper hand, and she knows this. Her particular combination of abilities, along with her supervillain-like cunning, making her extremely dangerous part of this equation. That's why we need a good strategy in place before the shit hits the breeze blender.
So in addition to waiting for way too many Jacks to get here, we're also waiting for my bro too, right? Who gets here at the same time, or...?
Yes, the other Strider was banished to the periphery as well and is in transit. He'll arrive at the same time, give or take, and should be a great tactical asset. Sources tell me the dude is pretty good with a sword.
That's me. I'm a source. I told her that and it's true.
Yes, thank you, Arqueus. This is starting to sound a bit complicated. How are we supposed to keep track of all these villains and heroes coming and going, when and where? You're right, Kanaya. At this point in the meeting, I think we could use some diagrams to help with the battle plan. Karkat, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh boy.
I still have no idea why you put me on drawing duty. I'm usually the worst artist here, and in a setting that includes Dave, let's get real, that's no small feat.
I specifically assigned you to diagramming duty so that it would keep you occupied. That way you'd stand a chance of keeping your mouth shut while I talk strategy.
That's worked out great so far, hasn't it? We've lost how many strategy seconds to me complaining about drawing already?
Sure, but I know that drawing requires a lot of concentration from you. Once you're in the zone, I'll expect you to simmer down.
Wow, fuck you. You're probably right, but fuck you nevertheless. Where the shit is my art pencil? I have some drawing to do.
Let's run down the threat list with a full debriefing on each threat. We'll start with the big fish herself, the former empress of our world, her imperious condescension. The only reason we've been able to temporarily neutralize her stranglehold on the session is by taking 2 major pieces away from her, Harley and Crocker. Rest assured, she's already scheming to reassert her dominance. And if it weren't for my intervention here, I bet everything I had on the Sea Witch. She spent centuries upgrading her abilities, which now include both kinds of telekinesis. Simpler kind variety, more common to rust bloods, and the nasty kind, which sometimes yellow-blooded mutants have. Involving all the fucking eye lasers and shit. If that weren't fucking enough, she has a mix of telepathic abilities too, like mine, plus the animal kind, communication kind, more typical of brown bloods.
Like me.
Yes, Tavros, like you. This means she can hijack animals and trolls, assuming they aren't particularly resistant to influence, like me, obviously. Humans, I'm guessing, are still off limits to her influence unless they've got some animal blood in them, which is what makes Jade such a dangerous element here. One of the mission-critical priorities is to make sure she stays asleep. If she ever wakes up and the Condus takes control again, that's probably game over for you guys. Jade's first guardian abilities make her too much to deal with on top of everything else. It's also possible that the Condus may have some sway over the Prospidian and one of the Jacks because of their part dog nature too. It's hard to say what their level of resistance is, so I can't really be sure. Strategically, it's best to err on the safe side, though, and presume this could be an issue. This is why taking on the Condus has to be a huge priority. Ideally, you should be trying to kill or disable her as quickly as possible. But if that's easier said than done, then what you need to do is keep her occupied. Throw everything you have at her, whatever crazy powers you've got, just keep her busy. Distracted enough by a bunch of pesky kids so she won't have time to get clever with her powers. This is the best defense against the off chance she might be able to sway the dog, Jack, and Prospidian. And a failsafe in case Jade wakes up for whatever reason. When it comes to killing her, I don't have much to advise. There's no intel on her weaknesses or anything like that. In fact, I'd bet she doesn't have any. Like any powerful endgame boss, you just have to keep hammering away at her until she's dead. Enough said. This brings us to the Jack. To differentiate, I'll give them nicknames. There's Dog Jack, Lord Jack, and Robo Jack. Let's talk about them in order of threat level. Karkat, I'm going to need another shitty drawing, this time of Dog Jack and his Prospidian counterpart, please.
This is the best panel in all of Homestuck. Look at the artistic beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I see your intent on being a wiggler about this, as we all have come to expect. Whatever, I've been working within the confines of everyone's stupid limitations already, so I might as well work around yours as well. There, perfect. Dogjack is easily the most powerful adversary of the bunch in terms of pure physical capability. The Condus has the edge in guile and flexibility, and Lord Jack has a ton of offensive power too. There's nothing quite like the first Guardian abilities to give someone an overwhelming tactical advantage. The ability to teleport anywhere in the session anytime, or anyone anywhere, anytime, while having access to the inexhaustible power supply from the Green Sun really makes it no contest, even against an otherwise awesome combatant. If it were just him you had to deal with, I wouldn't like your odds, honestly. But luckily for us, there's a major factor here, which should mostly neutralize him during this huge melee, which is the Prospidian. Power-wise, she's precisely an even match for him. And better yet, she apparently can't stand the guy. I don't know what her real motives are, but you know what they say, enemy of my enemy and all. So I say let her have at him, and if the opportunity presents itself, help her defeat him. I will also give this a bit of advice. If Jade ever wakes up, and the Condus is sufficiently preoccupied, make sure Jade goes nowhere near the Condus and sick her on Dog Jack. She's the only one here whose abilities are on par with his. So that's where they're best applied. Got it? Good. Next, Lord Jack. Karkat.
Here's my shame globes. How does this look?
Great. I think I can work with this. Ah, yes, another true work of art has been made here today. Anyway, this ugly customer you see here, this is the Jack native to the session we're in now. Somehow he got possessed by, or like infused with, Lord English's crazy, ridiculously destructive magical energy. I have no idea why or how this happened, how it's theoretically even possible, or why we should actually care. The fact of the matter is, it happened now, and now we have to deal with this hideous, rainbow-eyed monstrosity. Given what I have learned about Lord English's abilities, this will make his attacks quite lethal, and he will be extremely difficult to kill. In fact, that fucking rainbow energy might just give him the highest constitution ranking of any adversary, possibly making him the toughest one here to actually kill off. The only reason he's not at dog tier threat level is because, for all his powers, at least it's localized to wherever he happens to be. He's about as slow as any of us lowly non-omnipotent. He's not quite as relevant to keep occupied or even to defeat as the Condess herself, but he's still going to be huge trouble when he gets here. You're going to need to stick some really good fighters on him. My advice is also to seriously prepare for casualties during that fight. As the group's chief healer, Jane is going to need rapid access to the multiple fronts of this battle. More on that later. That brings us to RoboJack. He's the Jack originating from our session. Remember him, Carcat? We hatched a plan with him to take down the Black Queen. Seems like so long ago, doesn't it? Now apparently he's got some cybernetic upgrades. Who the fuck knows how that happened? Or for that matter, why or how he's on his way here now. My mind boggles trying to even picture the amount of stupid shit he's been through between now and when we knew him. Put this on the ever-lengthening list of garbage that doesn't matter, nobody cares about. The fact is, we have no idea what his affiliations are at this point, but like I'm always saying, best to just plan for the worst and assume this is just another scrub we've got to kill. He's the lowest on the threat level, though his various enhancements and accessories may pose more of a challenge than we bargained for. He's also traveling with a juju known for its high storage capacity, so he's possibly packing company. Maybe a lot of company. I won't get into that now, though. You're going to need to reserve a squad for dealing with this guy and whoever he's brought along for the ride. It's a lesser priority, so I'd recommend an ensemble of third stringers. No offense to who those brave couple souls may be. Every lame wad has their place in an epic battle, and everyone's effort counts. Egbert looking kid, I'm looking at you.
Oh!
Possibly you too, Tavros. Maybe. That covers the overall tactical situation. Great job, Carcat. Really just an all-around great job. I mean that.
Thank you.
Now listen, we've got to keep these battles spread out across the session so you all don't start tripping on each other's toes, turning this into even more of a clusterfuck than it already is. That means you need to station teams ready to intercept the Jacks wherever they're coming from. You also need to launch your lightning strike raid on the Condess before any of them get here. As for your party's healer, like I said, she'll need to be highly mobile. So what you'll need to do is lay out a network of key portals and transporters so she can make the rounds, and be in tight communication with her. One of you less relevant, more mobile folks should get on that now. See, scatter window portals like these around the various battle sites. Yo, did you loot my house or something? Please don't interrupt. Transportalizers will work too if you can get them all hooked up right. This is definitely busy work, but it's also really important, so we need someone competent in charge of this. I think I can handle that. Yeah? Yes. I'm quite mobile in this new form. Also, I think my abilities will help with the forecasting the optimal network to lay out, along with helping Jane coordinate her routes during battle. Plus, I have to admit, I kind of relish the idea of being a less relevant party member, particularly since I think it's inherently true now. Okay, Rose Spray. That's great. You can volunteer for that job if you want. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be divvying up the roles momentarily. But cool, we have you down for that. Again, it's critical. The whole party will need to defend Crocker's life at all costs. She can't get sucked into any combat. If she dies, you could all be fucked. Be sure to fill her in on the logistics whenever Arqueus has finished deprogramming her. Everyone got it? Awesome. Since that's pretty thoroughly covers the full tactical situation, we can move on to the real strategizing. Now we can assign combat roles.
Vriska, wait.
Huh?
Before you go on, I just wanted to say I'm really impressed with your strategic analysis so far. You really seem to be all over this. I wouldn't even know where to begin figuring all this stuff out. Anyway, I'm glad we have you back on our side.
Aw, thanks, John.
Just thought I'd say, I didn't want you to go through all this stuff for us, thinking it was going to go unappreciated. Anyway, please continue.
You got it. Now it's time to divide everyone into teams. Let's go down the list of foes again and assign party members to each battle, once again starting from the top. The Condes. We'll need a team to raid Durst again, but this time for all the marbles. And remember, the raid has to start before the rest of the action, to keep her from getting the upper hand. And the party has to be at least good enough, if not defeat her, keep her busy for a long time. So who wants a piece of the Sea Witch? Me. All right, I've got 2 takers from the Lalon camp. We'll need more, though. Who else?
I'll go.
You sure, John?
I think so. From what you said, it sounds like this is the most important battle. If we don't keep her busy, everything could get messed up. I think I'd be good at that. I can use all my windy powers for distractions and such.
Okay, you're with the Lalons then. Make it count. I may as well go too. It would be a shame if the party defeating the woman who terrorized our planet for ages had no representation from our species. Shame or not, I'm afraid that won't work, Kanaya. Why not? You can't join their party. Well, not yet at least. There's another critical role which you specifically need to play first. We can't risk losing you in battle until it's complete. What is it? I'll explain later, after the teams are set. Okay, let's say Team Condes is good enough for now with John, Rose, and Roxy. Next foe, Dog Jack. Like I said, we're banking on the Perspidian, keeping him busy, so he's not an immediate battle priority. But we won't designate a team for him right now. But as I mentioned, in the event Jade wakes up for some reason, she should be reserved exclusively for this fight. I mean, someone needs to tell her, if not in person, then some other way. Perhaps leave a reminder for her, maybe tied to her finger or something. Others can join the fight against him if need be, once their targets have been dealt with. Until then, better let the heavy hitters keep him in check. Next, Lord Jack. Who wants dibs on this guy?
I guess that's
Dave.
me.
Okay, Dave.
There are all these rumors swirling around that I've got to beat Lord English anyway. It's probably bogus, but whatever. Killing this guy would at least be the next best thing, right? So maybe I would do that. I could, like, put the prophecy to rest.
That logic sounds reasonable to me. For what it's worth, I never bought into the idea you were supposed to be the one to kill English anyway. So that's one down. Who else? Okay, why not? You sure, Terezi? You're not immortal, remember? And this one's going to be tough. You said we need good fighters to go at this guy. I think I'm pretty decent, at least at stabbing things, so I'll go. Besides, someone has to witness Dave's heroism if he wants to be let off the hook for that prophecy. Hey, it's your decision. Anyone else? What about Dave's bro? I heard he's supposed to be hot shit.
Yeah, fine. That's fine if, you're comfortable volunteering someone who isn't here for a deadly battle. It's cool if you want to do that.
Dave, come on. As if it's not extremely likely he'd seek you out upon getting here anyway. Why don't we just pencil him into the team as probably? Just be sure to debrief him on the whole situation when he gets here. Think you can handle that, Dave? Okay, great. Which reminds me, what about you, Arqueus? Do you want to fit into this?
I haven't decided yet. I'm going
I'm
to
going
crunch some more numbers in the vast
comic
comet matrix I
that
just
just
compiled
now.
in the microblink of a nanosecond.
To deduce the
optimal strategic appropriation of my assets, i.e. muscles. Joining real Dave's battle is semi-tempting, but I do not wish to horn in on real Dirk's shit. Instead, I would prefer to blaze my own trail, my own hooves. I always wanted to do something really important and heroic. I mean, aside from all the other stuff I've done like that, which is quite a lot. But something quite grandiose and perfectly unmistakable as a gesture, turning the tide of fortune for all existence. This is what I've always desired. Well, that is to say, both halves of me have once had such an ambivalent desire, which was compromised by our respective internalized conflicts. But together, that desire is fully realized, no longer ambivalent. Nay, it is fully ambivalent. Perhaps even univalent. I would like my gesture to shock everyone. Must come from out of the blue, make virtually no sense, stun all involved, and have a lasting, profoundly unintelligible impact on all future and pseudo-future events. Does this answer your question?
Oh, sorry. I was just temporarily mesmerized by your incredible spiel. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action and wanting to do something important. In any case, you've earned the right to do whatever the fuck you want, just by dint of being awesome. End of story. Okay, next. We'll need to designate a team for Robojack and his entourage. Alright, full disclosure, this is where things get kind of stupid. Even talking about this guy and his crew is probably a waste of good tactical analysis. But the fact is, he's going to be here and you're going to have to deal with his bullshit. I strongly recommend the drugs of your party get stuck with mop-up duty on this. Really, I'm kind of laughing already. Oh, man. I really don't want to spoil too much fun for you guys, but no, I shouldn't.
What?
Oh, hold on. Grandma has my package.
Package.
Thank you,
love
Grandma.
when I get a package.
You want to say hi, my friends?
Hi, Grandma.
She says hi. She's a little bit out of breath.
Aw.
Not feeling too good.
I'm sorry, Grandma. So what's in the package?
Okay, where was I? Yeah. They said hi back.
Yay.
Okay. No, I shouldn't.
What?
Okay, intelligence reports I have gathered, namely through a bit of time-hopping reconnaissance, suggest that Robojack may, I repeat may, be in transit with a bunch of green time-traveling idiots in that oven. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, if true, none of these bozos are particularly powerful. They'll mainly just be a nuisance. So who wants to deal with that? Hey, kid. Kid, yes, I'm talking to you again. God damn it, what was his name again? Joke?
Vriska, stop. It's Jeep, and you know it.
Listen, Joke. Joke, snap out of it. I'm talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
This is a strategy session, Joke. Please stay alert. Now, do you think you can handle being on this team? Awesome. That's the spirit. This assignment should be right up your alley, kid. Who else?
Me. I'll do it.
Thanks for volunteering, Tavros. This fight is pretty well suited to your skill set, too. And you can join Joke here to help him get ready. There's one thing I need you to do before the battle starts.
Oh, really? What?
I'll explain to you later in private, but it's critical and something only you can do.
That makes me the funny feelings combination of skeptical, nervous, and excited.
Good. That's exactly how you should be feeling about it. Trust me. So anyone else want to step forward?
Are you fucking with me now?
Come again.
Well, let's see if I'm tallying this up right. John and the Lalons, 1 and 2 are Team Condes. Strider Bros and Pyrope are on Lord Team. Jade, when not on nap duty, is on dog team exclusively. The mayor isn't doing shit because I am personally saying to it that it's not a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head gets harmed. Crocker's on the healing detail, and the Lawn 3 volunteered to support that. Kanaya has a vague yet unexplained mission to do, and so does Tavros. And Joke here just got shunted off to the Pee-wee League, so who the fuck is even left aside from me? And the fucking cat, I guess. Are you sure we shouldn't pick a role for Rose to fucking cat Lucis before moving on to the absolute bottom of the barrel, sometimes referred to as the Vantage Zone?
Great point, Carcat. Hey there, kitty.
Meow!
What would you like to do?
I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Roxy or both.
Aw, okay, that can be your very important job. Don't let us down.
Thank God we sorted that out. Now that we've established the kitty cat is heading up to the fish-eating operation, I think we can safely proceed to the rung of strategic importance directly below that. The infamous, what is Carcat going to do wrong? And since everyone else has a job, and my skills are relatively unimpressive, I'll have to sign up for Team Dipshit too. Hell, even the kid in the banana hammock is a god tier at least. So I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him? Sure, why not? Second in command to a third-rate hero. Sounds about right to me.
Carcat, yes, you're absolutely right that you basically suck, and that as a tactical resource, you should be managed accordingly. But you aren't joining Joke's team, or doing any fighting for that matter. Like Kanaya, there's another more pressing matter reserved for you. In fact, it's the same as hers.
What the fuck? When were you planning on telling me this?
Carcat, I already alluded to this when you waltzed over, interrupted my conversation with Kanaya, and pretended you weren't flirting with me, remember?
Oh, right. Well, what's this pressing matter?
I'm getting to that. Very soon, in fact. I just needed to get the team squared away first.
Okay, well, are they?
Looks like it.
So that means Jake, I mean, really has a one-man team designated for Robojack and his oven bozos?
Apparently. You okay with that, kid? You can do it. Just believe in yourself or whatever the fuck. When in doubt, just remind yourself that battle isn't even particularly important. And help could be on the way once some of the other battles start coming into sort of a resolution. Just hang in there.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. That concludes the tactical planning part of this debriefing. It's all perfectly logical, right? No questions or anything? Cool. Really, I started to think what you numbskulls would be doing if I weren't around. Like John just implied with his nice remark. He really did you all the biggest fucking favor in history of time shenanigans by clobbering me in the face 3 years ago. You should all make him a gift basket when this is over to show your gratitude. No need to thank me, of course. I'm just doing my job here. Now, let's go over some really basic non-combat endgame stuff, then we'll be ready to break.
Humble, too.
Yep.
First, about Kanaya and Carcat's mission, I alluded to a minute ago. This is really important. You both listening? Yes.
No.
Okay, well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad, as long as Kanaya understands it's mainly what matters, and she's a more important part of this equation.
Wow, I'm fucking shocked. What do we, or excuse me, what does she have to do?
You both have to go to Jade's planet and see Echidna. Even though this session is about as far from normal as it can possibly get, the same basic rules apply. Someone needs to seek an audience with her and get her to agree to release the Genesis frog, or the tadpole that grows up to become the frog, which is the stage of development he's in at this point. Remember, Kanaya, you had to do this on your planet to go get her frog released. Just into Skya. Yeah, she asked me to do something impossible, to which I replied, that's impossible. So she ended up demanding that I fight her. So I did, which made me feel sad. I'd rather not have to do that again. Will I have to do that again? If that's what she wants, then yes. Why does it have to be me, though? Because someone has to. Sources tell me this is the plan the Condess had for you before we derailed all her shit. You keep talking about all these sources. Who are all these sources? Did Arqueus tell you this too? No, look, I've been busy, okay? Information is everywhere if you know where to look. There's a lot of agents on the inside who are wise to the old lady's plans. Shaking the bushes for good intel isn't that complicated. It just takes a little effort. Some people in this lily patch should maybe try looking into that sometimes. If you say so. Would you just put a lid on it for a second and listen? Normally Jade would be the one to do this, but at the time, Jade had become corrupted, so I guess Echidna wouldn't deal with her. And now, Jade's asleep, which is exactly how she needs to stay. So that leaves the person Echidna requested in Jade's absence, which is you. I'm assuming because you are also a space player, you'll be able to understand her garbled nonsense language. That's not all there is to that. She also requested you to bring Karkat.
Why the hell would she want to see me?
No idea. Denizens are mysterious. Maybe she wants a night along, or a blood player. Or maybe she just has a bone to pick with you in particular. You know, since you and Kanaya were both involved in the frog breeding stuff in our session, and let's face it, you kind of messed that up. You were pretty hasty and reckless about it, and the result was a defective frog. Sure, there's more to it than that, like problems with the human session that were totally related with ours due to cyclical time garbage, but you get the point. Echidna probably doesn't take kindly to people who are cavalier with the sacred frog duties. That's kind of her domain, like the propagation of existence and all that. So maybe you've got some stuff to atone for before she agrees to let another precious frog out of her divine custody.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Trying to make me feel bad about some ancient history so I'll be nervous about this encounter. Well, I'll spare you the trouble. I'm already nervous. I don't want to go prostrate myself before a babbling snake goddess even under ideal circumstances.
Karkat, relax. I'm guessing this will just be a sort of formality. That's how things always struck me with her, like getting the blessing from a queen or some huge mythical matriarch before proceeding with some incredibly important event, or claiming a cosmic reward, or maybe you'll just have to kill her again. I don't see what difference it makes. Really, who knows what her real purposes are? They're probably totally unfathomable. Echidna is kind of a big deal denizen, one of the real heavy hitters like the other guy. The really strong one with the ridiculous name. She might even be the biggest deal. She's the mother of all denizens, I mean, not in the literal sense. Like, I really doubt she physically spawned them all. So if she wants you to do something, it's serious. And if you need to do something of massive cosmic significance, like release a frog that contains an entire universe in its belly, then by the same token, it has to go through her. The other denizens are a bunch of petty, grumbling riddle merchants by comparison. You should feel honored she even wants to see you.
How even sure she has a frog to release? Who made this frog? The jokers for this session? I thought they spent months doing nothing.
It's the same frog Jade made, with Kanaya's help, remember? Hell, you may have been involved in that process too. I don't recall every single detail. But it fell on the forge on Jade's planet back in the old session, and now Jade's planet is here. Hence, the frog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating inside the planet for a few years. Echidna kept it warm for us until we were ready, which is now.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So the contest was going to make us do this originally? Why?
Because her goal was pretty much the same as ours, to win this game and create a universe. The battle taking place here isn't over whether one will be created. It's over who gets to control it when it's made. Ideally, that should be us, rather than a genocidal fish dictator. In fact, we don't want anyone to control it. Nobody should control a universe. That's what bad guys try to do. We just want it to be a nice place to live and free of any controlling influence that will make life miserable for the people who live there. Having an attitude about the ultimate reward that differs from that in any way was just another thing we fucked up the first time around. Let's just be clear on what we're fighting for here. Got it?
Yeah, you made your point.
Next item, Earth. When you enter the new universe, you're going to need a planet to live on. Why not just resettle the one you all grew up on? The contest kind of fucked it up, though. In your Scratch universe, you spent a few centuries getting it ready for the new troll paradise. She flooded the whole thing, so when you get in there, you'll need to skip ahead sometime far in the future when the oceans have receded. Should be livable by then. Hey, hell, it may even be a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle is over, make sure you give it to Jade.
What is it?
It's Earth. Remember how 3 years ago you told Terezi we needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in time since we talked about it a lot, she figured this was the most likely the reason she told you to give it to us. It wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code for your wallet. Took a little while, and a few lucky guesses on the code digits, but we eventually got there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus.
You hacked my dad's wallet?
Sure, like I said, we had some time on our hands. It is, after all, just a fucking wallet. It's not like some legendary item he got on some mythical dad quest. I mean, he did buy the thing somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I still think it's a pretty special thing.
Nope. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It is literally just a wallet. Anyway, then before I did the scouting work on this session, I rode the meteor through the gate, watched it crash on Earth, then just capture logged the whole damn thing and got out of there. No sweat. Presumably like Grimbark Jade was supposed to do if she wasn't asleep. Again, it was a pretty good plan. She just never saw me coming. Sorry, Condi. If you want your waterlogged little globe back, you'll have to pry it from John's dead hands now.
Yeah.
Those are the important things to remember. Don't forget the basics. Remember to finish building up your hive as far as they'll go, then deploy the grist rigs, which will disperse your planet's hordes into sky, giving it the nutrients it needs to mature the frog. This is Scrubs 101 stuff, but I guess it bears repeating this since most of you have never actually made it this far. When the hordes are empty and sky is ready, then all you have to do is make sure someone's in position to ignite the forge. Then everyone rendezvous back here on the lily pad to claim the ultimate reward, which is represented by the hive-shaped thingy with a door on it that leads to the new universe. Any questions before we kick this into action?
Yes, I have one. Vriska, what's your part in all this? Aside from making all these airtight plans, you've been making it sound like you won't be here when all this happens.
Of course I won't. I'll be out doing something much more important than all this. I'm traveling to the furthest ring to go kill Lord English.
What? Wow. Isn't that going to be, hard?
Of course it will be.
Are you sure you can even do that? Like, by yourself, I mean.
John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be... Oh, wait, where was I?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving into this blindly. See, somewhere out there in the incomprehensible causal stew of the furthest ring, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans.
Yeah, this sounds weirdly familiar.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But the point is, along the way, the plan stalled out. It went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost their way. So someone needs to light a fire under that shit again, and I don't see anyone else stepping forward.
How are you going to do that?
Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is.
So, is that it? Is that the end of the cool strategy jam / fun reunion?
That's it. That's the whole situation, my whole plan, and everything you need to do. Good luck, everyone. Human golf clap. Thanks, Pyro.
Alright, so what now? Can I guess we head to, what was it? Low Jade? Like right now, since I guess the clock is ticking?
Lofa. And yes.
Right, and we're supposed to go after the Condes really soon, too, right?
Condes. And yes.
But not, like, right away. There's still a couple hours for us to prepare, which we should use to come up with a fighting strategy.
Yeah.
I wish Jade and Anna could be awake for this. I really want to talk to them and let them in on all the cool stuff we're about to do. I guess they have to stay asleep for a while, though. Oh well. Hey, Jake!
Huh?
Want to come make plans with us? We can help you figure out how to deal with Robot Jack and whatever hooligans he's bringing.
Oh, yes. Thanks, John. Maybe.
Okay.
Hey Dave, we should probably work out a fighting strategy too. Since it sounds like we've got a real nasty one to deal with.
Yeah, but
What?
don't know. It still feels weird to make some battle plans when one of the team members still isn't here.
Well, I think we can at least outline the strategy, right? Figure out how we'll approach a villain with his particular strengths and weaknesses, and assume our third member will be ready to fight if we tell him to.
I'm sure if teen hard-ass Strider shows up with his sword and shades and shit, and we say, "Hey dude, look, bad guy, go kill," I'm sure the guy will be more than willing to oblige. Just, man,
What?
feels wrong planning around him, like he's a weird hypothetical battle mannequin.
From the things I have heard about him from your own personal mouth, that actually sounds like a pretty apt description to me.
No, it's more complicated than that. I'm supposed to be getting ready for this huge deadly battle, which is so much more intense than anything I ever did. Even like 3 years ago, back when I was actually doing adventure shit instead of watching Dane Cook movies, and somehow be all geared up for that. And meet my teen bro for the first time, and say, "Oh, there you are, that's cool. Let's fight this random nigh indestructible asshole," and then hug bump or something? How do I deal with all this? I think I could end up getting us all killed and none of you are taking this seriously.
Okay, Strider, I've heard enough.
Huh?
I've been more than patient and more than accommodating, but your hang-ups regarding your ancestor are starting to border on pathetic.
Hey, why don't you can it?
Carcat, stay out of this.
No, I won't. Not if you're going to start trashing people with respect to their sensitive issues in a manner that is way over the line as far as the basic ground rules of good-natured shit talking goes. Ground rules on which I happen to be an expert. Either make sure your trash-mouthed invective is critically constructive or shut up.
Being constructive. God, I cut him all the slack in the world on this, but I can see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can see I'm going to have to expedite matters. Go figure. Leave it all to Vriska once again.
What? What the fuck are you even gonna do?
I told you. I'm expediting matters.
That's a long gun. Sound effect.
Ow.
And makes a little portal. And there he is. Dirk's on the scene.
There you go. Strider, meet Strider. He's pretty fucked up, but probably a nice guy once you get to know him. Which one am I talking about, you ask? Who knows? Feeling awkward yet? Here's an idea. Get the fuck over it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm not sure I can take another second of this.
Jeez, Vriska, are they really that bad?
Who, the Striders? No, they're fine. That's not what I was talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox space which I can't stand for. Not another moment, in fact. It makes me shudder just thinking about this lingering flaw which has yet to be rectified.
Oh, what is it?
My ghost is being a fucking loser.
No. John is just giving a,
That just happened kind of vibe.
Alright, everybody on the lily pad. I'll zoom the fuck out of Skya. On one of the clouds. And now we're back in on Jane, Jade, and
Sleepy babies.
Calliope. Yeah. And their little
They're
cosplays.
known as.
Yeah.
I hope I don't sound like too much of a dream bubble novice, but now that we've remembered we're asleep, how do we wake up?
Good question. I have no idea.
I mean, not that I haven't had a wonderful time recording our stories here with you both, but maybe we should return to our friends soon. What if they need our help?
Obviously, I have enjoyed your company more than I can say. But you're right, you cannot stay here forever. Your friends need you, so I will wake you up. Wait, you can do that? Wow, okay then, I guess that settles that. But before we go, I just wanted to say, in case we never get another chance to... What the?
Huh?
Something is happening.
Can they fall through? Where are they going? Sliding down that spiral. And it makes a yellow brick road. Yeah, so they walk along it.
I know this place.
Where are we?
It's Echidna's lair, or my memory of it at least. Or possibly someone else's? Jane?
And she's awake.
Fiddling Dabra, you silly nerds. My
exceedingly strong work as the party's premier bodybuilding hacker is done.
Off I go.
I love this facial expression.
Jane, you're awake!
Roxy? Alive! You're...
So are you. You were dead last time I saw you, and also before I found you sleeping here, but now you're awake and also alive.
Ah, you were dead too, because But now you're... Oh God, Roxy, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight when... Please forgive me.
Aw, Dani, you don't gotta worry about whatever sad incident that frown's about. That's all water under a bridge from a reality I got no recollection of and therefore don't matter at all. By which I mean this reality here. Okay, so the reality is still kind of relevant because we're literally inside of it at the moment, but I'm new here. I came over to keep being Roxy since the old one died or whatever through heckin' debacles.
That is quite an explanation. Jeez, I've missed you.
Come here, you extravagant bitch.
Wait, what?
The hug pile doesn't stop from getting taller.
Huh?
The hug pile. There are more hugs, Rose.
I can see the hugs. I don't understand the pile thing.
Oh, don't you remember? A funny quote from one of Dave's old comics.
Ah, yes, vaguely. It's been a long journey, John. I believe one of the most valuable lessons that comes with growing up is gaining the wisdom that gently informs you when it's time to retire or mean.
I guess I never earned that handy badge or whatever. I like this, though. Every time someone wakes up or pops out of nowhere, it's fun times all over again. I feel like I should be playing reunion bingo. Who will be next? My money is on the long-awaited and insanely poignant reunion between me and Casey the Salamander.
Surely you mean the dear Viceroy Bubbles von Salamancer, right? And instead of you, you mean me. That's when the real tears will flow.
What do you think she's up to?
He.
No, she is my beautiful daughter.
Something tells me the good Viceroy has been busy. Oh? I sense he's been scheming, plotting, biding biding his time, accruing dark legion. That sure is a thing that would be dumb if true. Yeah.
Hi, Nana. Jane, I mean. Sorry, it's an easy mistake to make because you're my Nana.
Lol, real smooth shit, John.
Hello. A pleasure to meet you, John. Or Pop-Pop as I used to know you.
Yeah, so I heard.
You look so young.
Thanks, so do you. My Nana, who used to be ashes on my fireplace, regained her old womanly visage when I turned her into a sprite and she helped me along the way. So Nana is a sprite. Did you know that?
No?
I thought you should know that. She's probably around somewhere. I hope you can meet her. Oh, also, I'm your son, technically. Did you know that?
Yes. It is a pretty strange fact, but also pretty cool.
Yep.
Ooh, Jane, that's my daughter. There, say hi to her.
Hi.
Hi, John's hot mom. Oh, shit.
Haha.
Also, that's another version of Rose who died, and then I buried her, and a stupid cat unburied her for some reason and prototyped her. So say hello to my cool floaty double daughter.
Hi, Roxy's hot double daughter.
Rose Prime, I believe you may have just been owned. Goddamn Dave's contagious ass Freudian boners.
Oh, I feel so out of the loop. Sorry if I still seem disoriented from my nap, I suppose it was. Or impromptu troll coma. But Roxy, you have to clue me in on what happened here. Where are Dirk and Jake? And for that matter, John, where are your other friends? Oh, and Jade, where is she? Is she still asleep?
Hey, Janie, that is all like a lot of stuff to say, and everything going on here is fairly complicated and heavily peopled. Don't worry, I'll ease you into comprehending shit again. Well, okay, cliff notes are, Jake fucked off somewhere, and Dirk recently fucked off back here through a window, but he left again pretty quick. Dave went with Dirk wherever they're fucking off to now. I think getting ready for some sword fighting. And yeah, Dave's still asleep, but a couple of trolls lugged her off somewhere safe for now. The rest of the junk I'm still sorting out myself because, like I said, I'm new to this exact plane of shenanigans.
Yes, you mentioned that. I still don't know what you meant by... Wait, you and John came from another reality where everything went horribly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered. Really, it's been such a roller coaster ride for my memory since I fell asleep. You and John's travels were a critical part of the illustrated story we reconstructed through our memories with Callie.
What? You saw Callie in your dreams?
I did!
Oh man, how is she? I saw her in a dream a little while ago and we talked about lots of stuff. She looked like a troll then.
Yes, her troll Sona. She had hers on when I saw her, and we had ours on too.
Fuck!
She seemed to be doing well. Nervous, of course, since she was hiding, but we passed the time with our stories. It was a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to meet her. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance again.
Well, now that you mention it, it is one of my chief objectives to go looking for her as soon as possible. And not to be that rogue and brat heavy, but I may be in better touch with my void powers now, so maybe I stand a pretty good chance of tracking her down, because I got something for her.
You do? What?
Just a little prezzy. NBD.
I see.
JK, it is crucial fucking bling, Janie. One bracelet digit donut. With more carrots than a rabbit, too fat for a hole. It's magic, too.
Ow. So, you mean a ring then?
Yeah. Oh man, that's a great idea, Roxy. You should try and give it to her as soon as you can. Then maybe we can all meet her before we ramp up for this battle.
Yeah. You think I can do it?
Sure.
like your chances too. Same.
Orville.
Me too, Roxy!
I also have some experience helping people along in the right direction when it comes to navigating the abyss. Maybe I could assist? Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure I have experience performing literally the exact same task in a slightly different context. So maybe I can double assist?
See, Roxy, everyone thinks you should do it because they all believe in you.
That's right.
Fucker, you're killing me here.
Meow, I'm so happy!
Silly bastard, what's up?
Purr, purr, purr! All the humans being so close together and happy and friendly, purr, purr! It's making me really excited and happy too, and making me feel like I want to be a part of everything! Purr, purr, and get close to a nearby person and be happy at them with my body! Purr!
Jaspers, what are you?
I can't help it, Rose, I want to cuddle, I'm feeling so pleased and friendly!
Jaspers, no. No, don't.
Oh.
Jaspers, no!
Yeah, flashing images, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
This is Jaspro's Sprite 2. Good luck talking at the same time.
It's Jasper Sprite squared.
Yes.
Meow, meow, motherfucker!
Motherfuckers. Why is everything always so wonderful?
Alright. Back with Jade and Calliope. Alright, Calliope.
Welcome back, Jade. Come towards me. Come toward me. Hi, it's good to see you again. You were kind to believe that. How long has it been? There is no way to measure. Jade, could you wait a moment? Wait over here. I will return in a moment.
Revealing past the troll Sona here. And unveiling what she actually looks like.
I've been searching for you. So you have. And I've been waiting. What will it be? Pardon? I don't... Forgive me my faltering, Miss Calliope. I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to ask you something? No, but you may if you wish. Ah, in that case, Jade told me that you enjoyed telling stories like me. Is that true? I used to. Long ago, I would tell stories to myself for the sake of amusement. Now I only tell them to others when it serves a purpose. Is there a story you would like to hear? Possibly. There's so much to wonder. Why are you here? I mean, in the lair of Echidna. This is where I was killed. Would you like to hear that story? My death was the very end, of course. When telling a story of the end, where does one begin? At the true beginning? Or one of the many points between disguised as such? In a story of the end, which events preceding the final moments itself should be considered extraneous? For me, none were. For you, all are. It simply depends on how long you're willing to listen, for how long you have. How long do I have? Now that you're here, not long at all. Oh, I'd want to listen as much as possible, in whatever amount of time I have, if you please. From the true beginning, then, moving swiftly. I began the same as you, vulnerable, weak, but without the comfort of others, to whom those flaws would endear me. So I became strong, killed my brother, I wore him down, I ate his soul, I trust my words in his blood to hear victory every time I spoke. I consumed his strength, too. It was always in me. Just as yours was in him, but being strong was not enough. A dead session is an impossible time challenge. The planets detonate sooner and sooner, one by one. It is a trial designed to be unwinnable. A muse of space could never solve it, but a Lord of Time could with relentless perseverance. It could only be him. My brother? Yes, I was never meant to rise to the place he holds because the game was rigged, tilted in his favor of his aspect. Having gained immortality, I could sit forever in a spent dead session, or I could seek counsel with the mother of monsters. And that is why you stand in my memory of her lair. Her choice was simple and I accepted. She mercifully ended my life, and then and there. Less mercifully is what came in exchange. My soul would have to wait here for what felt like a very, very long time. Wait for what? You. Echidna told me that your visit would be my signal, an indication that the furthest ring around me had uncoiled itself momentarily enough to be navigable. It would mean that it was time for me to go and fulfill the rest of my promise to her. So that is what I will do. I see. Then what about me? What do you mean? I was under the impression I needed to find you, and apparently that was true, so that you can leave, but I thought this encounter might hold some purpose for me, that you might let me know how I fit into everything from this moment onward. Your only relevance here, and to the greater good, is to function as my signal, a simple notification as foretold by Echidna. Now that you are here, I can go. But then, what should I do? You don't need to do anything. Be who you've become and who I didn't. Consume the fruits of an existence I can never understand. Live.
And then Roxy gives her the ring, letting her be alive. And then they hold hands and are happy. And then they void away. And then we get a sound page. Yeah, it's just a really cool sound effect of Echidna. And we see Karkat and Kanaya at the end of the tunnel, walking even closer. Alright.
So you actually understood what she was saying with that ear-splitting malarkey?
Yes.
Wow, I guess we really did send the right person then. Plus one useless tag-along, I guess, to bear witness to something? And probably record the legendary conversation like a scribe with his benchwarmer's pen into the hallowed scroll of the second banana?
What?
Except I didn't bring my pen or scroll and I don't speak monster screaming, so my transcript would read like, more shrill noises like God playing the edge of glass inside your think pan. Miriam continues to nod along.
We talked about you.
What? You did? What did she say?
It was a short conversation. The entire exchange was quite brief and straightforward, actually.
No, I kinda got that. Even though I don't have a keen ear for beast twaddle, I can still detect when the conversation doesn't last for much time. I mean, did she say what she wanted with me? What she wants me to do?
You don't have to do anything. And she didn't want anything with you in particular. She just wanted you here.
Okay, well, here I am, Queen Snake. Satisfied?
Yes, she is apparently.
Then what did you talk about when my name came up?
Now is probably not the right time to get too deep into the subject, but it was nothing bad. To the contrary, really.
Okay, then what about you? Why does she want to see you, Kanaya? Can you at least tell me something about this maddening exchange?
The bottom line is the meeting has served its purpose and Echidna is satisfied. She will release the frog when the time comes. I think Vriska was basically right. She wanted to get a look at us to assess our worthiness before she would agree to authorize the conception of another universe. It would seem that we measured up once her questions were answered.
What questions?
Those pertaining to how her universe would be treated once occupied, and whether we intend to take that responsibility seriously by following through with the duties we have fundamentally tasked ourselves with by our natural inclinations. I mean us, specifically, you and I.
Duties? Natural inclinations? What the fuck is she talking about?
Natural inclinations, I think, just means some idea that is important to us that has threaded its way through every moment and decision of our lives, even when not apparent. The refrain of our being, maybe you could call it. A thing that attracts and inspires us and simultaneously weighs on us so heavily we are never sure what to do. For me, it is procreation, I believe. And so does she, fighting for the persistence of our people. I guess you could say, motherhood.
What about me, then?
I think that is for you to say.
I'm not sure it is, really. If I'm hearing you right, worthiness of inheriting the universe hinges on whether I can live up to what my shit is about, so to speak. But I don't know what my shit is about. I'd really like to know, actually, considering it sounds like you touched on that subject with her, even if only briefly, that it sounds like a conversation I would have benefited from understanding. Really, if there was only one clangorous creature screed I'd like to have been able to parse over my lifetime, it was probably it.
So, you really don't even have the slightest sense of what you stand for. Some concept that speaks to you in some way or represents ideals important to you?
I don't know. Blood?
Blood.
No, not blood. I mean, not really, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what that means or why I said it. Except that it's an easy answer just because it's my fucking aspect.
Well, it's a topic I can get behind. Do you have any?
What? You mean aside from a shitload of stuff I carry around in my veins all the time? No, sorry.
Oh.
Please don't look at my body like that while drooling.
Whoops.
But really, I don't have a clue what my aspect means, or even if it has any substantive correlation with my shit per whatever Echidna was going on about. Honestly, though, when we started playing the game and learning about all the aspect stuff and who was what, I got excited when I found out about mine. I was like, what? Blood? Fuck yeah, that's me. That's so badass, and I'm badass, so yeah, that checks out. And even though the thing about being a badass was bullshit, it still just felt right, and I think it still does.
That's nice. I think it can only be positive to feel a deep affinity for one's aspect, rather than being at odds with it. I never felt like I had much to do with space until eventually I somehow came to understand space meant more than just space, not just physical room and dimension for stars to occupy. It's deeper than that. A field related to its propagation, the ones who create it. They are passing a torch, as it were.
Yeah, at first I thought blood just meant like something about being a warrior or being completely ruthless to anyone standing in the way of victory. But as more time passed, I realized there's probably a lot more to it. And I still don't understand. Maybe I never will. But you know, even though I don't have those immature views on being a big shot anymore, I still want to fight.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, not at any old time like some belligerent asshole, but when everything is on the line and it really matters, like now. So maybe I wasn't too far off on that part of the aspect. Maybe it does have something to do with the warrior spirit shit, even if your body and skills can't quite back that up.
Could be. It could also be there's more to being a warrior than engaging in physical combat.
Huh. But seriously, I still do want to help, maybe make a difference in this battle somehow.
I know you do.
Look, I completely admit, I'm shit. I'm the shit they reserve for the smelliest toilet when it comes to fighting ability. All that smack talk between me and Vriska about my uselessness. There wasn't even some snappy little farce where we all ride Karkat's crotch bando for a lively chuckle. It was just some basic boilerplate interlocution that was exactly the fucking level. I'm not a god tier, but you know what? Neither are you, and neither is Terezi, but you're both great and deadly as shit. It's no excuse. I've never been any good, and it took me a long time to come to terms with how I was deluded about that. The only reason we ended up winning our game was that everyone else was able to pick up the slack for me. Pretty much all I did was spend a few weeks shouting at everybody. I never told anyone this, but even when I beat my Dazzlin, I'm pretty sure that's the only because I got that one reserved for the weakest players. Like a special one. You know how there's that supposedly rare one that only really strong player get? It has some weird fucking name. I'm pretty sure mine was like that, but just the opposite. Really, I never said anything about this because it was embarrassing, but when I got to him, he was weirdly small. Just really small, and he mumbles his choice shit, which of course I completely ignore, and he seems to know I will. I can hear it in his voice. He knows I won't care. He can sense my contempt. He can sense how small and pitiful I feel. And because he's like all-knowing and shit, he's factored this in. On some level, I think I understood all this, and it just made me furious, so I killed him. It was too easy, even for me. It was easy. I remember thinking, what the fuck, after that final blow? So yeah, I've been pretty sure I got the training denizen ever since. It was just a matter of admitting to myself. Actually, as dumb as it sounds, I think I'm still not comfortable with people knowing that fact. It still feels humiliating. Would you mind not telling anyone, Kanaya?
We'll stay quiet.
But yeah, my utterly tragic lameness, attributed notwithstanding, I'd still like to contribute. I know it won't count for much. I might even get in the way of somebody competent. But it matters to me to put everything on the line for all the right reasons this time. Not to prove I'm strong or awesome or anything. The opposite, really, to put myself out there knowing perfectly well I'm not. I feel like I have to earn the right to inherit the universe like everyone else, not just get dragged into it on the loose fabric of everyone's fucking pajamas. It also feels important to just, I don't know, stand there with my friends. They're risking their lives and they may be more supernaturally resilient or whatever, but hey, I should be risking mine too, to at least show that I'm there with them. And who knows, maybe a moment itself will present itself where I can do something important, like nudge someone out of the way of a random flaming fuckball just in time, or some other small thing actually within my ability. Maybe I'll die in the process of saving someone more crucial to victory. If that's what it takes to be a part of it, so be it. I'm in.
That's why you're our leader, Karkat.
I'm not your fucking leader!
Statements like that are also why you're our leader.
No, I don't have to accept that.
You have to.
What? Why? No, I don't. Look, we just established this back on the pad. I'm not the leader anymore. End of story.
That isn't what Echidna said.
Huh?
It was part of the deal.
What? What deal?
The choice she gave me was straightforward, like I said. Seeing us was mostly a formality, but she was perfectly willing to release the frog. But there was one small thing I had to agree to first.
What?
To protect you.
Huh?
In addition to living up to the things I supposedly stand for as well, the resurrection of our people. But once I did that, she made it clear they need guidance. She didn't seem happy with the idea of her universe being stricken with another race of lost trolls. Maybe she feels you are the best chance we'd have at preventing that.
Are you fucking joking?
Not at the moment.
These editors are full of surprises, aren't they? Okay, cool. Whatever you say, Echidna. It's probably a load of shit, but if the deal's a deal, at least protecting me should be a pretty easy promise to live up to, right?
I'd hope so.
Sure it is. When I head out to battle, all you have to do is stick near me and do your best to provide me cover. I think as long as you're giving your best effort, you're technically keeping your end of the bargain.
That would be one way of handling it.
Great, it's settled then. Now let's get out of this stuffy cave and get psyched for battle. Man, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to dust off the old sickle. Which one to use, though? Home smell you later? Probably lacking in combat stats, but it's hard to say no to a classic. This way, Kanaya.
Don't worry, I'll meet you out there. Once it's all over.
Huh? Sound effect.
Bonk.
Oof. And he's knocked the fuck out.
KO'd. Pat pat. Pleasant dreams, friend. If you can hear me in your dreams. Haha, you probably can't.
Alright. Have fun talking together.
They're back!
Oh, right. Oh, they're back!
At last, an
That's
end to
an end to
this
this
dreadful
dreadful lull
lull
in
in
our
our
recent social
recent
patterns.
patterns. What lull? You've been talking nonstop since you were created.
You see,
See,
Roxy?
we
all knew you could find her. Especially me. Not to boast of my strength and your ability to retrieve the cherub wasn't just some saccharine-friendly nonsense, like it was for pretty much everyone else here. It was established in what is now a highly focused understanding of my aspect, as well as a radically magnified feline instinct.
Yes,
good point.
Good point.
It's true that feline instinct in no empirical way contributes to one's prognosticative
Fairly enough. But they really make it feel like my intuition has more credibility than it really deserves.
And
to the cat portion of my being, that is good enough. Holy shit, am I legitimately pleased with myself right now. Trills! Is this her, Roxy?
Roxy?
Of course this is her. Hello, you beautiful creature.
Aww.
Paw.
Roxy, she's a treasure.
This
skull, absolutely exquisite. So smooth to touch and full of luster. So macabre. So sublimely exsanguinous. Quite the stretching artifact to be propped on such a smartly pressed pair's shoulders.
Could you stop pawing at her? It's creepy.
The suit, spectacular. Tailored yourself, I gather? You have no idea what a burning desire I have to get hair on it. But don't worry, I won't. Oh God, her eyes. Perfect glass. Like a priceless doll's. Tis a special friend you pulled from the dead, Roxy. Thank you for sharing this gift with us.
Chirp. You're doing great, by the way.
You there! John's hot mom! It wasn't a Freudian slip that time, I said it deliberately.
Kill me.
We phantasmal kitty folks don't have much use for disguising the thoughts we think to be true in our minds, nor do we bother to veil attraction to that which we find sexually appealing. Meow!
Huh?
These ideals I'm having, they're so interesting. Whatever this frame of reference has been all my life, color me glad I'm dead. John's hot mom, did you know you killed me?
No,
it's the girl, the cat, I mean. You were twice culpable in a way.
The murder weapon.
Your weapon was in your custody and bequeathed to you roundaboutedly by yourself as an aged, ghostly granny woman. The plummet of that gut-crushing tome was the last thing I ever witnessed.
Of course,
the old woman herself was murdered by the accursed thing too, so one could hardly blame her for pulling a few strings here and there so that it might find another victim. When a bedeviled Yoko is taken with certain individuals, it can be difficult to wrest them away with its favor. Wow, look at me boring all you with elementary poem trivia everyone knows already. What is this, the kitchen corner?
The fact is,
John's hot mom, one time, you and your cornball book made a pussy pancake out of me.
What?
I suppose Roxy had a hand in it too, technically. It seems Mom had it in her blood to do well-intended harm to that poor critter I used to be. It's okay though, because she makes up for it with the best funerals. Per their treat. Each of my halves received one. I remember you so clearly in that desert as the life drained away and I muddled through the shabby last words of a rapish amateur. I clearly remember, in spite of what a happy showing that I was, I still had the presence of mind to be overwhelmed by the sense of how much you cared. And how it gives me such a warm emotion right now. It makes me want to poof up a little with friendliness. But these aren't the only memories of death I have. Or the only memories of life I had for you. See, I've had many. Squaring these sprites, it's a marvelous thing. It opens you up. The selves become curiously multi-dimensional, concentrated.
I recall the lives of many roses lost,
and many Jaspers. Maybe even more than 9. Not that any of them matter now, they each chase their own laser pointers to their respective utilities, and now I'm all that's left of them. Brr.
Nor does it
matter the task at hand for which we must prepare. The hot mom Crocker.
What?
For the battle ahead.
We're still
on healing duty. Didn't anyone tell you yet?
No.
The game plan is simple.
You
jumpstart the cadavers while I scoot you around. How's that sound, Cookie Tits? Does it tickle your toe beans?
Well, that settles it. That plan of action secured. Maybe it's time for you to go away now.
It may very well could be. Farewell transitorily.
Chirp.
Beautiful. I know that was hard, but you guys. Oh, never mind. There's more.
Hello, Kanaya! Funny meeting you down here in this cave. That is to say, the place I knew you went to, and skittered here to visit in order to find you.
Rose, dear God, what happened?
What hasn't happened? We've been through a lot, haven't we? All of us. Reality itself, really. Reality has been through so much and puts people through so much simultaneously. Like the two of us. Reality has put one version or another of you through so many things with one version or another of me. It's all been so sweet and stupid and silly and sad, hasn't it? You'd agree if you can remember. But after I watched your molecules come apart, as I lay there dying in the great big beyond sky glitter box, there was one thing that occurred to me I never got a chance to say to you.
Nuzzle. Nuzzle.
Do you think if Orville took ketamine, he'd become a new Andrew Hussey? I think so. Orville, you should try ketamine. For science. Anyway, very cute that if Rose was mixed
Andrew
with a
Hussey
cat.
should be limited to 1 or less.
I'm right here.
I said what I said.
Anyway, I love the idea that Rose is so...
Yes, you're the one who should be here. The cunt should not be here.
Yeah. I'm a cunt, in my own way.
Yes, but not in the Andrew Hussey way.
Yeah.
You're not a cunt, you are cunt.
True.
Yes.
I serve.
Exactly. You are cunt complimentary, Andrew Hussey is cunt derogatory.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so I love the idea that Rose being combined with a cat makes her want to snuggle her girlfriend even more. Very gay.
Wait, maybe this is Squid.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God, it's Squid.
Literally a squid who does, literally a really gay squid who does, the, colon 3 face
Yeah.
True.
emote.
This scene I've been looking forward to. A conversation between Dave and Dirk. That's really important.
Oh.
Alright.
Right. Okay, so, guess, Vlad, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Dave and
Dave and
Dirk!
Dirk.
Surely this is where the party's at. Couple of cool cucumbers like you. See, Dirk knows what's up.
with
The party pants? I'd call them the cat's pajamas if that phrase can literally describe my ensemble. Oh. Beep.
Feels
like someone just dunked me in a chili tub. Earth the Strider's Rose. Does it look like I'm in the mood for a fucking bath? So, this is it.
The big
reunion comes down to this then.
A lot of
awkward sitting around while we all gaze at my father's pretty legs.
Boring.
I'm a sprite to the second power.
Yeah.
What do I find sitting here on this ancient skyscraper?
None
other than the true squares of the party.
Pounce.
Or I guess that's a sound effect, so we don't both do it.
They said it. Like they
Fine.
like the character said it, yeah.
Pounce!
Alright, and now we're here with Jape. Joke Jape and Tavros Sprite.
Yeah.
Tavros Sprite.
Surprise! Jade's
unintelligent father.
And greetings.
Greetings. For it is
I, a brand new entity with which you are not familiar. And that bull troll sprite, I guess. Oh, hey, the last prototype kernel. That's sure a tantalizing tidbit worth acknowledging if I ever owned one.
Like a stray
toy some idiot chased under a fridge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when you're ready.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, looks like you're both really bored too.
Sorry to
barge in on your weak times.
Sniff you later.
All right, they disappear.
I'm so glad my mom isn't home for this,
Yeah.
because she would murder me for just continuing to do this. But I went with the funniest voice I could give Jasper Sprite was the deepest voice possible.
So,
So it just occurred,
to me. No.
I saw the
Saw
spare
the
green
spare
sprite,
and
and it's like the little blinking light on those Ghostbuster traps, reminding us all
of an empty vessel,
vessel in need of a lost soul.
What? Wait, no, time out. Ridiculous Cat Rose, I have stood by silently agog at your shenanigans, but I can't let that flagrant piece of misinformation go by unchallenged. That's not how the ghost traps work. The light blinks after they catch a ghost.
Oh, really?
Yes, I just wanted to clear that up before you carry on with more of your silly nonsense. Anyway, please continue.
Thanks, Professor Nerd. I'm feeling a lot more knowledgeable about a fake thing now.
Now,
How about that sprite? Which one of you here was concerned about the resurrection of the fallen friends?
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Was it
you? It was you, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Regardless, but you're the only one left on this lily pad with any vested interest in whatever deceased member of that particular legume exhibit gets to rejoin us. And if my tally is correct, that's 4 torsos, but only one kernel. Discuss. Oh,
Vriska said that kernel was supposed to be for our potential resurrection purposes, and so was yours.
Vriska? Who's this now? No, it says the name clinks in the water bowl.
In fact,
sounds very suspiciously like the name of someone who probably scampered off, leaving exactly this kind of moral dilemma to those of us who stay put. So, who's it gonna be?
A princely young wizard
who's brought science through a wand? Or a fishy young princess who never spoke once to Lalonde? What about other guy? The one thought half dead only? Or the girl who likes ships? Because they made her less lonely? Meowsers,
what a mystery.
Very, Cheshire Cat.
But seriously, that's all for me tonight, folks. I've seriously adored hogging all your attention, and you've been wonderful. Trills into the night.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna bring the peta back, isn't she?
Alright. And this says, wow, 10 path options. Oh wait, Orville reads that, never mind.
Oh, yes. Yes. Wow, 10 path options. Wait a minute, you click, but nothing happens. This path selection screen seems to be broken. Looks like free will got greedy and overloaded the thing with choice, rendering the graphic up there completely useless, except you guess there's a cool rollover thingy. For the first time ever in the over 9,000 page history of this website, you begin to feel slightly deceived. Oh, how you would have loved to taste the fruit of free will one last time before this wild ride jerks our bodies to a deadly stop. Alas, it is not to be. You must proceed through all these options linearly, one by one. You must click the link below, as usual.
Right. I'm so excited for this Dave Dirk one. This one's important.
Okay.
Oh, also, right before we get into this, I think this is a good time for a bathroom break.
You're so right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic line.
Party hard, piss harder!
Okay, yeah. I think
It's
Okay,
Yeah,
Orville's
peanuts.
back.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
I'm eating peanuts.
Orville eating peanuts.
Yeah, I grew up in Pennsylvania, so a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch accents, a lot of, so yeah, I'm gonna need some help clearing up the peanuts. I'm sorry, what did you say? Well, there's some peanuts on the floor and I need help with it. What? I need help with my peanuts.
No, like the classic Mystery Science Theater episode of The Touch of Satan. I sure hope you said peanuts.
Yeah. Except it happened all the time in real life to me.
Well, it's probably why that actor in that movie talked like that. He was probably
yeah.
from that area.
Alrighty. Take it away, Dave.
So, that was pretty fucking weird, huh?
Yeah. That was your sister?
Sort of. But I guess she fused with her dead cat or something.
Dead cat?
Bottom line is we turned our back for 2 seconds and a shenanigan happened. Pretty much business as usual. At least that's how it rolls for us. I don't know about you guys here.
No, yeah, that's pretty much true here too.
Yeah?
I turned my back once, never again.
What happened?
A muscular troll took my sprite. I then acquiesced into merging him with my jackass pair of sunglasses.
Oh, right. That guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, sorry. So indeed.
So is pretty much the thing we're saying.
That's, our conjunction of choice, it seems. Fuck.
I guess you all pretty much showed up then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, before I even got back, after the werewolf girl appeared and... Wait, what happened with that?
It's like a whole story, man, mostly involving Vriska.
Vriska?
If you knew her, you'd know. That's all I had to say. You'd be like, oh, it's a Vriska thing. Okay, got it. Forget I asked. She brought you here too, actually. Then jumped her ass in that window to go do whatever crazy bullshit she thinks needs getting done.
Oh, right. Her, then. I guess. Stuff in this session is pretty much sorted out. Finally?
Shrug? Maybe?
And we're about to do battle?
Seems like it.
Oh. Are we ready for that?
Kind of. Carcat made some drawings, so...
Are you ready?
I guess. I've got, like, a sword and shit.
Cool. Me too.
Yeah, I know. Mine's not that good.
That's too bad. What type of sword?
It's Welsh. I mean, possibly fake Welsh, I'm not that sure.
Well, mine's good.
I know.
It's Japanese?
For real?
No, I don't know. It's probably fake Japanese.
Fake Japanese. Kinda like how all anime probably takes place in some kind of fake Japanese universe.
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool. Tough getting a sword from a place like that.
Yeah. So, when are we supposed to fight?
God, I hope soon.
Okay, that wasn't the part of the important conversation I thought, but whatever. Anyway,
I mean, with those two nerds, it'll always take a while to get there.
yeah.
Okay, now that that little episode seems to be over, Roxy, maybe you can introduce us to your friend for real this time. Rose, I think you can come out from under the pillow now.
No. Yeah, so like the hilarious Cheshire Cat Rose already pointed out. This is my friend from the dead, Callie. She's super pretty. She was my web online's my web friend online's for a long time, and Jane's too. Jane, you just saw her, but here she is again, alive and everything.
Hi, so good to see you again.
Yes, likewise, Jane.
And without your troll Sona, no less. This is your true form, I presume? I think both Roxy and the enthusiastic cat girl are correct. Your natural appearance is quite handsome.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I do not know how to reply to such remarks. Maybe it's because I can't bring myself to agree, no matter how nice it is for you to say so. I hear ya. Taking compliments can be kind of hard sometimes. Like, if it's a weird subject for you, we can lay off. Callie, you are surrounded by ass kissers. Should allow me to lick your face so I can make an objective determination.
Damn it, Terezi.
It's the only way we'll know for sure. Though if I'm being honest, you smell pretty ugly from where I'm standing.
Oh my god, you are terrible.
Please, John, I did not mean that in an unflattering way. I think having a skull for a head is pretty sick. If given the choice, I might rock the look myself, but I wouldn't stand for a bunch of cloying weenies sitting around calling me pretty. If that's how people reacted, what even would be the point of looking like a badass skullgirl in the first place?
Okay, I guess your opinion on that then. That is your opinion on that then. Thanks for sharing, Terezi. Don't listen to her, Callie. She's a weirdo. So anyway, regardless of how you feel about yourself or whatever thing a rude troll may have to say, I think you're very cute. Even though you look a lot like your terrible brother, the fact that you are nice inside makes a huge difference. I think that when you're a really good person deep down instead of an evil jerk, the skull monster look becomes a lot more charming.
Wow, thank you. You met my brother?
Yeah, he's garbage. I'm really sorry you had to grow up with him.
Me too.
I roughed him up a bit though, so it's all good. Ripped up his cape pretty good.
He has a cape now?
Not anymore.
Huh?
Hey, look, there it is. Nice.
What?
The ring. I helped track it down through time for Roxy so she could give it to you. It's so cool to see that it works.
Yes, I feel so much more substantial now.
You must be really good friends with her, for her to want to bring you back so much.
Yes, she's a good friend as I could ever hope for. But then, since you helped, I suppose I owe you just as much gratitude, don't I?
Nah, not really. I had to save the ring anyway, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. Giving it to her, since she was so worried about you, it should be a nice thing that is between her and you. I'm just a middleman.
Hee, okay.
Anyway, it's really nice to meet the person who finally gets to wear the highly touted ghost ring. It probably means you're pretty special to end up with it. What do you think you will do with your life, now that you're alive and free from your jerky bro?
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought about it. The idea is overwhelming, really.
Well, don't sweat it. You'll have a lot of time to figure it out. That's the kind of point of life, right? To take a lot of time floundering around figuring stuff out. The answer will come to you eventually. You should just try it. Just try to have fun.
Yo, Troll Grouch, John is so nice, it's fucking me up. I know, it's disgusting.
Excuse me, Callie, what happened after I woke up? We were all following that mysterious path. Did you and Jade discover where that led?
Yes, I met my other self. Oh, so you found her then? Indeed, or more likely, the timing in the furthest ring was right. Perhaps she sensed me in some way and entangled a path through the darkness. In other words, it feels more as though I was summoned, rather than being the one to find her. She seems tremendously powerful. She is also quite frightening. Frightening? Not that I think she's dangerous or has ill intent. My impression was very much to the contrary. Still, while speaking to her, I can't remember ever feeling so nervous. Not even my brother made me feel that way. Her demeanor was so severe and chilling, and so unlike mine, I think.
Maybe that's why you felt weird? Seeing a version of you that wasn't like you at all?
Maybe. So what happened? Not much. My presence there was essentially freed her from that place, according to a pact she made with Echidna. She and Jade then left to do what? I do not know. That is when Roxy found me. So you were only there to release her? Are you sure there isn't something more important for you to do now that you're alive and with us? I doubt it. For one thing, I have virtually no useful abilities. I don't mean to badger you. I'm just wondering how you fit into all this. Getting to wear a one-of-a-kind ring and returning to join a group about to wage a pivotal battle. That strikes me as the profile of someone meant to do something important. What do you think you'll do?
Maybe it doesn't have to work that way, though. What if those are just some facts about her which let her come back to life, but they don't have to mean anything other than that, like anything about having to do some huge fancy thing?
I guess so. First Dave tells me human beings don't have arcs, and now you're telling me the culmination of an epic doesn't require a messianic archetype to return from the dead, thereby providing the key to everyone's salvation. I wonder what sturdy and time-tested narrative construct Jade is going to debunk whenever she wakes up. Maybe she will lay waste to the notion of endgame ships? Karkat won't be happy about that.
Huh? Okay, I don't know what stuff you're going on about there, but I just don't think she should feel like she has to do anything she doesn't want to.
I think the truth is, I won't be doing much of anything. My other self told me as much. Her advice was just to live and exist as the version of us for whom that is an actual possibility. She's the one who will be doing important things. How so? She didn't say. Isn't that just how it always is with alt selves? So cryptic. Hey guys, it's been cool having y'all meet Callie and such, but do you think she and I could have one alone? I got some stuff I want to talk about.
Right, now we're here with ghost girlfriends.
You know, I've got to say, I've really turned around on horses. What? Horses. I used to hate them, remember? I developed this weird superstition about them, how they're always cursed or something, and when they're around, it can only lead to bad things happening. Don't you remember how I was going on and on about that a while ago at the amusement park? Oh, guess so. But we've been hanging around them for a while now, and everything's been fine. More than fine, actually. So yeah, horses are okay in my book. What do you think, Mina? About what? Horses. They okay. Kinda dumb and smelly. Be making like fucked up sounds with their big ass snouts and floppy lips. Yeah, reminds me of the weird sounds that used to come from my neighbor's hive at weird hours of the night. The fuck? Don't even ask, because I don't know. Scoop. So enough about stupid animals, whose presence have no rational explanations anyway. What do you want to do today? Today? Yeah, there is no today. You know what I mean, within the ambiguous time frame that would loosely correlate with a single rotation of a planet. Any ideas? Nah. Come on, we can't just spend all our days hanging out in this idyllic, bizarrely lighted cliffscape with all these stinking idiot quadrupeds. We should go exploring somewhere bubbles. We explored an awful lot already. Ain't they all sort of the same by now? I mean, roughly speaking, yeah, they're all arbitrary memory collages, I mean. There's always something new to see every time. Whose ridiculous memory will we visit next? Like some nutty version of Kanai who became a god tier in our session, and some totally ludicrous version of our session? Or maybe a version of John who never even played the game at all. Maybe he went outside to look for the game and his fatherly Lucis backed over him with a scar. Or what about your friends? They're always fun. Like Nepetta's ancestor, the deaf one. She's a riot. Plus, she has a fascinatingly dark history, which her memories always seem to hint at. Or Eridan's Dishir clone. I know you have a great time whenever you get the chance to own him. So what do you say? I don't know. But you seem kind of bored. If you're bored, doesn't it make sense to get out and try and have some fun? Not really. But why? Because it doesn't sound that fun. Just sounds like the same shit as always, like exactly like dreams. Dreams? They are dream bubbles after all. Yeah, but I don't. Dreams are also like a crazy fantasy ride full of fake shit that makes no sense. It's a great time in theory, and I guess whenever you're younger, it's fun. Maybe you even look forward to sleeping to see what the great Mr. Sandclam has in store for you next. But after sweeps and sweeps of dreaming, you get used to it. It's just the same bogus crap your stupid brain is just shuffling up and serving you again and again. So you stop paying attention and just ride out your sleep. Then get back to business in the real world like a legit person with cool plans. I don't think I've had the same experience, honestly. It sounds like kind of a bummer to look at dreaming that way. I always like dreaming. I mean, unless they were awful dreams, which was fairly often. But I never say I really got bored of them. Yeah, well, you are a bit younger than me. I am? Yeah, I guess so. I never thought about it. Then again, we fuchsia ladies, we sort of have to get used to being around people younger than us for over our full lives, like much younger. Or at least I'd have to if I was actually alive. I guess you're right about that too. That's pretty fucked up to think about, actually. If you were alive, you have to deal with existing nearly forever. Well, it's just fucked up the fact that you have to exist nearly forever while dead too. Hey, are you okay? Yup. You seem really down. No, I'm cool. Are you sure? Meh, maybe not. Don't matter. What's wrong? Nothing. You know you can talk to me, right? Yeah. So tell me. I don't know what's wrong. I'd tell you if I knew. Are you depressed? Shrug. It sounds to me like you might be depressed about something, or just in general. I don't know. Damn, Fishka. Hey, it's okay to be depressed. I think just because you're dead, that doesn't have necessarily let you off the hook from having psychological problems. I'm pretty sure I proved that to myself on more than one occasion already. Yeah. So talk to me. Maybe I can help? Grrr. What's the big deal? I don't wanna. Sigh, Mina. What? I'm not good at, talking about me. That's all you ever talk about. No, I mean, in a non-aggrandizing way. Oh. Cough.
And then Frisco's here.
Sorry if I'm interrupting whatever the fuck is going on here, but I'm afraid I'm going to need that treasure.
Alright. Back with Roxy and Calliope.
Hey, I hope you don't mind I pulled you off to the side like this. Away from the nice pals for a little one-on-one rocks and cow time. I may be greedy as shit. I don't mind at all. I'm still getting used to the concept of in-person socialization at all, let alone with many people. And yes, you may be greedy, but if so, then so am I by the exact same standard. Fuck yes. Like a couple of friendship burglars picking each other's pockets all shifty-eyed and looking out for cops, but also giggling, I guess, because that is in the spirit of the scenario in question. Yes. Can't believe you're really here. It hardly seems real. After all these years and how you were like a mystery friend online and how worried I was we might lose you for good, but now, wow. I know. So you and Aiden and Jade were hanging out? Yes, it was great. We drew and told stories. I'd heard you died, so I was holding out some hope that you would show up eventually. You would show up too, and eventually you did, just not the version of you I expected. I never dared to think you would bring me this gift. Well, I swore I would, and John kind of double swore he would help. Damn, the kid is persistent. I like him. He is easy to talk to. Yeah. I've read about him, of course. The reality of someone standing in front of you is quite different from what you read about them in text. But then, I have no idea how accurate anything I read is anymore. I always believed I was in possession of the text which decoded your future, and I behaved towards all of you in that sly, knowing manner, avoiding spoilers and such. It was probably presumptuous of me, though, in hindsight. I clearly didn't know that much. I certainly didn't read anything about my own involvement. I never could have imagined being here. You were still helpful, though. You were the force in our life that gave us hope that we could all get together someday. Going down that road has been crazy, and by no means a smooth ride. I'm losing count of all the times it looked like everything was about to break or catch fire, or actually did break and catch fire, resulting in loads of dismay. But when you look back, every time things went to shit, there was always something instructive about that turn of events. Something that was necessary for the good outcome to happen at all. So whenever something stupid happens, like a a-hole gets a bonehead idea to steal a ring and then everyone dies horribly, and at the time you think you're just gonna curl up and cry yourself into weeping non-existence, maybe those aren't even bad realities. Maybe they are as important as any. And so are all the experiences that you had in them, and so are the experiences of everyone who died, because you don't just get to say your experiences are more important or significant just because you happen to be someone who survived longer. I guess what I'm saying is, I'm grateful you let me go on this adventure. And not even in spite of the hardships it involved. I just had a little time to think about it in the Firefly Nothing space. And I think all of it was good. I'm happy that I could play such a role in your lives. I don't know if I deserve much credit for these positive revelations about your journey, though. You're the one who's been on the adventures. I have barely taken my first step. I spent all my life in my room, and then every moment in the afterlife cowering in fear. It is only now that true participation is even a possibility, but even so, I really doubt I'll have as much to offer. My other self, who I just released, I think she is poised to do something much more significant. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told you to live, right? Yes. By which I can only assume she meant, yo, live it up, girl? Like, go shopping or something, or rocket down the highway in a convertible with cash flying out the back. That is not the sort of sentiment I can imagine coming from her under any circumstances. But yes, maybe something to that effect of encouraging me to enjoy my existence as communicated by a more typical, truly asocial member of my species. Really, what I took from it was, she's the real one with all the power and relevance now, and I'm the spare, a civilian in a sense, like in a war. And the only use for civilians from a militaristic mindset are as those who live their lives in whatever completely irrelevant way they choose to. They're collateral at stake, and the ones for whom the war is theoretically fought, but whose lifestyles, choices, happiness, and such hold no concern whatever for those fighting on their behalf. I think this is the mindset of cherubs of her alignment. As protectors, it is the relationship they have with those they protect. And so that is probably the relationship she believes she has with me. You make it sound like she's a legit Callie and you are the afterthought. Like the one from Funky Reality that didn't go right. Technically, her timeline was doomed by her predomination alone. So, yes, it does feel as though reality was the oddity. Cherubs were never supposed to grow up like me, exposed to other caring people and learning from them. It made me different and unfit to predominate. Yet, ironically, this was requisite for the timeline's success. And it was necessarily for you all to begin your journey as well. So this seems like an example of what I was just saying, actually. Story of two Callies. Neither of them is really more important. Your timeline can't really be described as the good one or the bad one. There were good and bad things about both ways stuff went down, and different qualities to the people you became. Her life sounds like it was harsh and lonely in its own way, but it sort of paid off because she got to beat her brother, but then got arbitrarily punished for that outcome because it wasn't supposed to happen. And finally you meet her and free her or something, so she presumably gets to go off and do something badass. Then there's you, who probably had an even more challenging upbringing, getting so hassled by your bro, and he killed you. And I guess because the way the deck was shuffled, he had the edge this time. But the upshot was that you got to have all these great friends who cared about you. And it helped you become the nice person you are, which means a lot to other people. And now you get to live whatever kind of life you want and be completely free from all the crummy stuff you grew up with. Who cares if you aren't as strong as her or don't have the wicked powers she does or some important mission to do? You both came from perfectly legitimate realities, and in my humble opinion, you are both equally valuable. And both of those realities seem to be tied together. She can't do her mysterious badass thing unless you make it all the way through your journey and free her. And your reality was the thing set in the stage for this huge multiversal vortex of problems, which after a cajillion fucking epochs was meant always meant to resolve in some way. And that doesn't mean your life was like a means to an end in a big cosmic sense. I think more like you are the end or one of the ends. You and me and everyone who made it and everyone who it didn't. So that means you don't have to be able to do a lot of super special shit to validate your identity as the real version of yourself. The only validation you need is being who you are, because no one can be that person but you.
You're doing
Those
great.
are very inspiring things to hear, Roxy. I hope you were right, but even so, I think I would still like to be useful. You can be. You can help me out. How? I know you weren't God tier or anything, or probably never did much to get in touch with your aspect, but it doesn't matter. You are space, right? Yes, a muse of space. Sounds cool. It is cool, I think, especially having seen what I could have been. No, but that potential has to be inside you somewhere. Actually, it's the one reason why I wanted you to be here with me for a while, aside from catch up to a bit. What do you need me to do? Nothing really, just be here with me while I try this. I don't know why, but I feel like your presence will help, and if nothing else, I just like having you here. It makes me feel better about trying to focus on this weird little chore. But you think my aspect is relevant? Maybe. I think space is related to this in some abstract way I can't put my finger on. I gotta make this egg, see? But it isn't really an egg. It's this hella complicated egg in both its biological design and everything it represents for the future of an entire civilization. And I don't have the genetic or chemical molecular blueprints for it or anything. I have to figure out using just thought, like ideas that are really basic and live in this primordial sort of quasi-consciousness. So I have to build the idea of this egg in some way before I do anything, which means I'm trying to grasp its reality and what it represents. It's like a funky little construction of biological propagation. And I think that intersects with the nature of space, at least as we've come to understand it. Propagation of space is really just some profound cosmological feat of reproduction. That is a literal biological process, right? Pretty much. So to make this egg, as a rogue void, what I'm really doing here is something kind of insane. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. I did! I'll be like, probably nothingness for an idea. Probing nothingness for an idea. A pretty complicated idea in this case. I'm pulling that idea from unreality. So maybe if I'm right and a closer connection to the nature of space will help me locate that idea, almost like standing next to an antenna to boost the signal of that idea, then maybe my chances will be better. And hey, even if not, it's just nice to have a friend nearby while you try to do something hard.
You're rocking it, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you think they're talking about over there?
I suspect Roxy wanted some time to catch up with an old friend. I'm sure I would want the same if I hadn't just had an extensive reunion with her myself.
Yeah, I guess we should just chill out and give them a moment. It isn't quite time to head out to our battle stations yet, so we might as well try to relax until it is.
I imagine it's a lot easier to relax when another version of yourself hasn't been hijacked by your dead cat.
Yeah, it probably is. Maybe you should try not to let her bug you, Rose. She seems pretty harmless enough. Plus, she's pretty funny.
Sounds suspiciously like the advice of someone who's never had to deal with an outlandish alternate version of himself.
Hey, I bumped into other Johns a few times. Can't say the experience has been anything other than perfectly agreeable.
You mean Johns that were essentially time duplicates in the course of your retcon quest?
Yes.
Those don't count. Those were just regular Johns. What I'm saying is, you never had to deal with the John who was like half Harry Anderson and half Maplehoof, the dear departed pony.
Wow, that sounds great!
Come to think of it, you're the only one of us who hasn't. I mean, our original group of friends, Dave had Bird Dave, Jade had Dog Jade, and now I have Shudder, Cat Rose. Why were you let off the hook?
I don't know. Guess you guys are just luckier than me.
Even putting aside the wildly unwelcome body horror slapstick routine she represents. The machine gun salvo are opprobrious remarks and conduct, which my cat is apparently capable of releasing from my subconscious. I'm not sure where this leaves me.
What do you mean?
I felt like I understood my place. I'd gotten myself in order somewhat. My beverage decisions had gotten more reasonable. I was ready to bear down and play my part in finishing this. I could even handle a stray rose sprite brought to my doorstep by my sweet imbecile of a pet. Idiotic that was, I was still clearly Rose Prime. But can I really claim that now? She's a sprite squared? How is that even a thing? How can someone tell me that's even a thing?
I can't tell you how it's even a thing. I think we are all just as flabbergasted at you as its thinginess.
What's next? Is there a sprite cubed or a let's not even entertain this avenue of thought? The point is, she must be quite powerful, insightful, and in spite of the beast she rents headspace out to, intelligent as well. Doesn't she arguably have more claim to being the real Rose than I do?
I don't think that being the real Rose necessarily means being the one who is more outgoing and chatty and powerful and stuff. I'm not sure it means anything. I think maybe we should try to drop the stuff about who is the real version of who anyway. It's weird and it just hurts people's feelings.
I don't care if my feelings are hurt, though. I just want to know where I stand.
I really don't think she's that threatening to you. Believe me, you still seem like the Rose I always knew, whereas she doesn't quite... It seems to me she is a lot more interested in having fun and zipping around like a silly lunatic than usurping you as the main Rose.
Sure, that's what she wants you to think.
But why do you care? I thought I heard the other Rose say before she was a cat that she liked the idea of being some sort of backup Rose. Do you not feel that way too?
That was a different context. I probably would have felt the same way if I had found myself in her exact situation. Jasperose changes everything, though. Now I feel a certain responsibility, like I have to really step up.
Step up?
Yes, to make sure I stay regarded as the exemplary model. To provide assurance that the concept of rosiness itself doesn't degrade due to black market peddlers of substandard shit. Basically, I need to defend the integrity of the brand.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. I just missed you so much.
My brand missed you too, John.
Your brand has good taste in friends and kicks ass.
Nerds!
Hey, how do you think Kanaya and Karkat are doing?
They're probably getting a stern earful of roiling monster patois right now.
Do you think they'll be successful?
At what?
At talking to a monster? I don't know.
I think Karkat will successfully fail to understand the monster, and possibly also successfully shout at the monster. Kanaya, I think, will probably successfully do something sensible in response to whatever the monster demands.
So you think they're gonna pull it off then?
I'm still not sure what it is, but yes.
Well, the idea was to release the frog, I think.
You think so?
That's what Briska said.
Briska says a lot of things, but that's the basic idea, yes. But monsters can be complicated. Regardless, I think the right person was summoned to handle it.
You really trust Kanaya, don't you?
Sure.
Not to change the subject too hard into something you don't want to talk about because of your brand, but I think you make a nice couple.
You do?
Yes, I thought so last time I was hanging out with you both in the screwed up timeline, but I didn't say anything then. I think it's still true. I'm glad it didn't change when I retconned some things.
I am too.
Maybe that means it's a strong relationship? If it can survive. God, whatever the hell happened. It's a hard 3-year reboot and then the sudden presence of Briska?
When you put it that way, it really does sound like you were trying to fuck with us.
Haha.
Nerds!
Terezi, shoosh.
What? I've just been minding my own business, and in no way whatsoever saying anything directed at a couple of silly nerds saying dorky things.
No, you said nerds twice. You always say nerds when in earshot of other people who are just being friendly.
Isn't it weird how you are making this observation and no one else is?
What? No!
Meaning, maybe I only say it when the pair of nerds in earshot happen to include you.
Ah, what was that look?
What look?
That look you just gave me.
I didn't give you a look, dingus.
Yes, you did. Don't look at me like that.
Whatever look you think I gave you, it was in your imagination. It's possible you may be flattering yourself, Egbert.
Oh, whatever. Hey, what are you even still doing here? Weren't you going to go with Dave and get ready for battle?
Yes, I'm just giving him and his bro some time to themselves first. I'm sure they could use it. And whatever the hell is going on between them, the last thing I want to do is involve myself. That sounds even more awkward than lingering around you goofy bunch of nerds being all cute and mushy with your human family and friendship stuff.
Yeah, you sure do sound put off by it, all hanging on our every word and such.
It takes a will of iron, trust me.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I actually do agree. It does sound pretty awkward to be around Dave and his bro while they, get to know each other, I guess?
Yep.
I'm not sure how well Dave really even knew his adult bro, actually, aside from bogusly idolizing him in a way that was really transparent that he didn't. I wonder how different Dirk is from him, if at all.
I wouldn't be the one to ask.
What do you think, Rose?
I don't think there's anyone who could answer that. I suspect literally no one in the history of anywhere has ever met both people until, as of now, Dave himself.
I hope Dave's okay. Okay, we're back with Roxy and Calliope. Roxy's doing some conjuring with her voidy
Fingering her own
powers.
boobs.
What?
Fingering her own boobs.
Sure.
Someone had to say it.
And she's seeing Alternia and the Dancestors and the Matri, well, the mother grub, and then the Matri orb. And boop! There it is! She finally conjured it. Calliope is shocked and excited. Take it away, Vlad. You gotta say egg. You know I'm gonna say egg?
I said egg.
Oh, I didn't hear it. We got egg. Okay.
Egg.
I'm so sorry that this is just a Vlad show.
Yeah.
Alright. More Jasper Sprite.
It's me
And
again!
again. Murr, murr, murr.
Cat sounds, cat sounds. Stretch.
Stretch. Miss
me, Rose.
Rose.
Did you
Did
know
you
I
know
love you? Weird thing for me to say and you to hear, probably. I inherited the adoration our cat had for you, which is now strangely directed with the exact same intensity at myself, because I'm you. Funnily enough, this manifests itself in a particularly acute form of narcissism, which we were already sort of afflicted by, and so was our cat by the very nature of the sort of animal he was. The bottom line is I'm pretty twisted up inside in all the most beautiful ways, and it's wonderful.
It really isn't.
As much as I love getting a load of that gorgeous whiskey-less mug of yours, it's not actually why I dropped by. I'm here on a current matter of business with Jane.
Huh?
We have to prepare for her healing duties, hammer out a strategy and such, really sink our claws into the expensive upholstery of that problem. But first, I have somewhere to take you.
What? Where?
There is someone you really must meet before we all start skittering across the great laminated floor of combat. As the ghostly spiritual guide of whomever my winds decide I should be serving at any given moment, I can't allow another second to pass without introducing the two of you. This way!
Then, shooting her out at lightning speed. We see this cool statue with peeking out Nana. I don't think the mic picked you up.
Oh.
And there's Nana Sprite. Alright, next up. More Calliope Roxy.
Vlad, do you want me to take over one of the characters?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Hope you aren't going to be doing too much talking tonight.
It's a drag show. I'll be fine. You can stay here with the others until all this blows over. With who exactly? Jade. She's sleeping. Please keep an eye on her, okay? Yes, of course. I'd be happy to. Also, a man they call the mayor is here. I don't know much about the dude myself, but apparently he is a hell of a guy. Give him my regards. I will.
And they're looking at each other all happy.
So, yeah. If we make it through this, I'll come back for you, and then we figure out what happens next. I can't wait. Hope you're not sick of hearing it yet, but I'm still so psyched you're with us. Of course I'm not sick enough. It's just... Callie, in times such as these, words have trouble cutting it. Come here. Keep me in your thoughts, okay? In the luckiest and magicest ways you know. I will, Roxy. Now, if you excuse me, I got a delivery to make.
Right. Now we're back with Dave and Dirk. Maybe we should go over this again, because honestly, I'm still not sure I get it.
What?
Who are we actually fighting again? Jack Noir?
Yeah, well, one version of Noir. There's a shitload of them, though.
Which one is this?
He's yours?
Ours?
Yeah, the one from your session.
But our Jack spent months in prison.
Well, I guess he broke out. He's kind of like a huge fucking deal now.
When did this happen?
I have no idea. I wasn't here.
I guess neither was I.
He's got Lord English powers, though. He's apparently, just wretched fucking news.
Damn.
He's gonna be hard to beat, even armed with the ultimate weapon. Some swords.
Sounds like some shit is going down. Let's not downplay our sword gambit, though. I have yet to encounter a problem where a sword didn't factor into the solutions, at least in some way.
I bet.
Bear in mind, I haven't actually solved many problems over the course of my life, but the ones I have, man, swords proved hells of instrumental.
What do you mean you didn't solve any problems? Didn't you, program robots and stuff?
I guess I meant real problems involving people.
Oh, those.
So, Jack has Lord English powers?
Yep.
Does that have anything to do with Jake?
Not according to my current understanding of a mostly nonsensical body of information.
What does it actually mean, then?
Not sure. Mostly that he's really hard to kill, I think.
Okay, well, that's a decent intel at least.
He might be vulnerable to Welsh things, too. Don't quote me on that, because it'll make me sound like an idiot.
Alright. Do you know when he arrives?
I already said I don't know.
Right. Guesstimate?
Not soon enough is my best guess. And I guess, also my opinion?
Oh. Is everything alright?
Sure.
It just seems like maybe you aren't that into this, or at least not as much as I was. Whenever I imagine the possibility of us meeting...
Were you?
Yeah, I guess I'm not doing a very good job of showing it now. I think that's probably just what I'm like, though.
You don't say.
I mean, when it comes to people in general, but probably especially people who are an important part of my life.
So, you think of an important part of your life?
Yes?
You don't actually know me, though. Not this me. I'm pretty sure you didn't know the other guy, either.
That's true.
What is it about me that's important, then?
I'm not sure how to answer.
Why?
Because I'm getting the sense that you might disapprove of whatever I might say. Maybe you'll think of it as it's weird that I idolized some version of you that I never knew.
Idolized?
See, it seems like you think it's weird. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything.
I don't know if it's weird. I just can't process it.
Why?
Because it not anything to do with you, per se, but how I view my bro. And I've gotta say, meeting you, it's not rocking my world here, or upending any paradigms or whatever. Listening to you and looking at you, it really, really just reminds me of him. I know you're different and all, and also like a kid, I guess, but you don't feel that different. And hearing anything like that, like about idolization, or like you were actually looking forward to this in any sincere way, is kind of fucking jarring.
Huh. So, like, things between you and me, from your perspective, are we, like, not cool? Well...
Well, here's I guess. I didn't fucking like you that much, okay?
Oh, why not?
Honestly, I don't know if I want to get into it.
Okay.
Okay, actually, maybe I will get into it. I don't know why my friends got to have adults around who cared about them. They complained bitterly about stuff, so I guess I convinced myself they were all in the same boat as me. But it's not how it was. Their complaints were trumped up nonsense and I bought it because, I don't know, I didn't have any frame of reference. But his dad and her mom, no matter what they said, it was all so obvious they cared about them deeply. Even Jade's weird fucking grandpa who died when she was young obviously would have done anything for her. Why did I get such a raw cut of the asshole deck? Why did it take me so long to figure that out? And like he's dead now, so that's that. So all that's left to do is look back and try to put the pieces together of my first 13 years. And all I can think is, what the fuck was that? I don't even come away with the impression that I used to try convincing myself that he was like mysterious or stern or aloof. Only feeling left is this insane impression that I was raised by someone who fucking hated me. And the whole act of even raising a child was some sort of totally fucked up game to him. Like parenthood was one of the highest tiers of irony in his solemn bullshit bro ninja code. So he went through these motions and did whatever he thought was funny or badass. But under that weird stylistic and totally sociopathic approach to parenting, I can't even imagine there was any emotion toward me other than some sort of loathing.
What did he do?
I don't want to get out the laundry list, but for reference, laundry wasn't one of those things. That was one of the many little domestic things I just had to sort of figure out. Sort of like I eventually had to learn what the real purpose of a refrigerator was from movies.
Wait, what?
I don't know. There's just too much to even get into. I don't remember the atmosphere there ever not being nerve-wracking. All having to sneak around and, ugh, my shitty childhood spider senses are tingling just thinking about it. It was training, you know? But what it really was it was some vicious shit that was bad and sucked and I hated it. It didn't make me stronger. It did the opposite. It made me never want to fight. It made me never want to see blood or be near danger or hear metal sounds. It made me hate the idea of being a hero because he was a hero and he ruined the idea of heroism. I don't even want to be fighting this shitty version of Jack, but hey, nobody else has secret Welsh powers, so I guess I have to. What gets me is how long it took me to put all this together. To stop seeing it as some kind of roughhousey and eccentric life I had but was otherwise normal. It took years to deconstruct it all and put it back together to understand how fucking mad I should be. In particular, how stone-cold deeply uncared for I was my whole life. Like, merely being monitored by a violent robot. I only started getting it after spending a lot of time in person with a bunch of people who actually did care about me. And I could start feeling like actually somewhat human for the first time, instead of some sort of runty afterthought to a household cabal of smutty puppets.
Puppets?
The fucking puppets! I know how it sounds, but I am not joking, and there's no shred of doubt in my mind that he loved all those puppets more than me. Honestly, it is very possible that he was just insane, and that's that. I guess it didn't help either that we lived with what we may have understand may theoretically be the most evil doll to ever exist in any universe ever. In fact, it's my tenuous understanding that he came down to Earth with that thing and, like, actually grew up with it. Maybe spending 30-some years being inseparable from that hell puppet had some effect on him? Maybe if it hadn't been casting a spell on... casting a pall over our apartments 24/7 since he took me in. Grinning, glaring, laughing in my sleep. Maybe our lives wouldn't have been quite so... Maybe we would have... Ugh.
What? You okay there?
Yeah.
That doll was Cal, right?
Yeah.
Right. My version is empty, apparently, whatever that means.
Huh? How do you know that?
A source. One supposedly knowledgeable in jujus. I never quite knew what it meant, though.
Well, whatever his was, empty is never how I would have described it. Man, I don't know if I figured out something here, like, just explain something, or if I'm just driving myself crazy with this talk and nothing even needs explaining. It doesn't change my past or how I feel about him. He's still pretty much awful no matter what the reason, and I'm sure that's the only feeling I'll ever have about him. So who cares why I was like that?
Yeah. That all sounds really bad. I don't know what to say, though. Maybe I shouldn't say anything, since I just remind you so much of him for obvious reasons. I don't want to make you feel worse or make it sound like I'm offering a defense for him or me, because I don't have one for either of us.
Come on, man. You didn't do anything. This is just some douchebag with your exact DNA who happened to grow up to be my bro. You had a completely different life full of, like, different choices and actions and stuff. And even if you were going to turn out like him, you've barely cleared the halfway mark on actually chronologically getting there. And some way ranting about all this is probably just uncool of me, because you aren't him. You're not responsible for any of this shit, but I'm sort of implicitly tacking it on you anyway. So, sorry about that.
I'm not sure it's true, though. At least I don't feel that way.
What way?
That I'm not him. The fact is, I am. It's something I've come to understand about myself. All splinters of me are basically me. No matter how much I want to resist that truth, or pretend they aren't reflecting my own qualities back at me, I bear a certain responsibility for all of them.
Splinters?
Yeah, I guess the concept isn't that unique to me. We've all got other versions of ourselves running around here and there throughout the various compartments of this messed up cosmos.
Right.
I just happen to be partially connected to mine. I felt haunted by them, and what that really means is I'm perpetually haunted by my own bad qualities. So when I hear about stuff I did in another reality, I'm not sure what my adult self might have ever tried to do to atone for that stuff, if anything.
Pretty much dick squat.
Yeah, but in any case, I'm sure I was completely in the wrong, and I'm sorry I messed up your life.
Thanks, but it still feels a little odd accepting an apology from somebody who I just met and technically had nothing to do with my life. Even if you do feel guilty splinter ways or whatever, it is just a messed up situation. I guess I had to vent. There's never anyone I wanted to say all that to, and the only thing that was gonna drag it out of me, I guess, was like a team stand-in phantom of my dead bro. Just some perfectly innocent dude having to take the brunt of this shit.
I'm not particularly innocent, though. I've messed up a lot of things with my friends. Honestly, that's why I wasn't that bent on sticking around when I showed up. And pretty much jumped at the offer of flying here to get ready for some yet to be explained battle. Battles are easy, just you, a sword, some bad guys. It's a lot simpler than having to answer for things you did. For the most part, I feel pretty bad about the role I played in my friends' lives, especially Jake.
What happened there?
I don't even know an unmitigated disaster for which I'm entirely to blame. It's not any one thing. I think I was just a completely toxic element in his life from day one. I don't know what he's doing now. I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to avoid me as much as possible. I'm sure that's for the best. I think I need to stay out of his business for a good while so I don't risk poisoning another innocent kid's life, like I did with you, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a little different because relations between peers is a whole other thing. It's tricky shit and you're both figuring stuff out on a relatively equal footing and you're both at the same point in your lives. It's not like when one person is older and is supposed to be a lot more. Never mind, this is a fucked up thing to think about. But the bottom line is, yeah, laying low while you sort out your stuff can't hurt.
Right. The thing with that, with my adult self's ways, the sad thing is, I can really see it. How someone like me can go unchecked in life and turn out to become a much worse person than I already am. I guess I'm just relieved I still have some time to make sure that it doesn't happen.
You don't actually seem like a bad person to me, though.
No?
Nah.
Why not? We did just meet after all.
Because I don't know if truly bad people wrestle so much with whether they're good or bad. I think if I ever sensed my bro, like, struggled at all with what he was doing or who he was, or showed any sort of doubt, that might have changed everything. But there's never a crack in it, or the slightest hint of introspection behind the aggressive cool dude facade. If there was, I sure never noticed. I mean, personally, I think about it all the time now, what it actually means to be good or bad, or if not something that's starkly moral, at least just trying to examine the difference between being decent and being a douche. Maybe it's because of him I worry about that now, but for me I think that internal struggle is kind of mild. For him, or you I mean, it sounds like some pretty dark shit, like grappling with becoming evil versus simply trying not to.
Yeah, that's not too far off.
But the point is, even just talking to you a little bit, it's obvious you've been fighting with that, which means you care enough to put in some effort. I think that counts for something.
Maybe. Not sure if I'm ready to accept a pat on the back for recognizing I have some problems and worrying about whether they'll destroy me and fuck up people I care about. That might be setting the bar kinda low.
Well, when it comes to the subject of him, the bar's already pretty low, dude.
The weird thing, honestly, is that it's actually kind of refreshing to hear a sincerely leveled critique of all my negative qualities coming from another person invested in a relationship with me, rather than from a fucked up iteration of myself as some bizarre trollish form of self-abuse. The only thing I've ever been exposed to are either various forms of self-loathing, either from me or my autoresponder, or attitudes completely oblivious to my real issues, as expressed through my friends. My friends always seemed to cut me so much slack, or were just never aware of the kind of person I really was. Well, Jake probably is, by now at least, but he's also the sort of guy who's just as likely to blame himself for stuff I did as he is to blame me. Jane and Roxy, though, never seemed to see anything wrong with me. If anything, just the contrary. Roxy in particular had a certain fixation. She meant well, but was so enamored of me and seemingly everything I did, which I think was the last thing I needed, to be idolized in some form by other people I respected. I had enough of that feeling coming from within, particularly when I was younger, and since then I've been plagued by the insane ego of my youth in the form of an artificial intelligence I designed, which essentially trapped that state of mind in a sort of horrid suspended animation, until recent developments, of course.
So, was this stuff true when you said you idolized the other version of me?
Yeah.
And not just some bullshit like how I used to say the same thing about my bro when I didn't know any better?
It's definitely not like that. I never lived with him or met him, so I couldn't have anything like the contentious relationship you had with my older self. He was a historical figure from centuries ago. There was a lot to admire and think about fondly, especially since I was alone and never had any direct contact with another person or any concept of civilization. So even though I'm sure I romanticized what his life was like and the early 21st century in general, it was nice to think about you. I passed a lot of time that way.
You say there was a lot to admire. Like what?
Well, he was pretty famous, made some successful movies, at least under a somewhat expansive definition of success. And an even more expansive definition of movie, his work accumulated a lot of subversive political influence, which got him in trouble later. He made like a million bullshit statues of liberty, scummed them up with JPEG artifacts, and littered them all over the planet.
Holy shit!
He was also a pretty badass swordsman and an active member of the resistance movement. He slaughtered the clown presidents on a roof of the White House and flew away on a shitty skateboard. Then it seems he gave a batter witch a pretty good run for her money. It wasn't enough, but at least he went down fighting.
That? Yeah. I'm gonna need to hear more details on this sometime.
Sure, but as you can tell, clearly there was a lot to look up to. I thought about the examples you set constantly, the creative ideals, the advanced theories on irony and humor, the tales of courage and martial prowess. Really, I modeled everything about myself after you, or at least everything good that I was trying to become. And I probably spent an embarrassing amount of time imagining what it would be like to live during his time, and to be able to have something resembling a sibling relationship, or be in some sort of master-apprentice situation. When I finally learned you existed and started to understand who he really was in relation to me, it put a lot into context. I realized he was a version of you who got a chance to live up to his full potential. And when I understood there was a young version of you in a situation sort of like mine, whose time on Earth got cut short when you were thrown into all this, I was at least happy to think that there was some reality where you got the chance to do everything you wanted to do, be successful, and fight for all the right things. Even if ultimately it didn't lead to a great outcome for humanity, you had an opportunity to live a full life and show what you were made of. Well, I guess I had the same opportunity on your world, somewhat less fortunately.
Yeah. But then for all my bitching, I guess I still never grasped your full reality. Just like you probably didn't grasp mine, but just reading into the mindset of a historical figure as best you could. What if I wasn't as heroic as it seemed? What if adult me was kind of douchey too in a way you couldn't observe?
Perhaps. But beyond a certain point, I think accomplishments speak for themselves. I don't know if you can just completely shred every person who ever did great things because they had some flaws. All I could say is, it was important to me to see him the way I did. As a good person who inspired me, and set the standard for what I wanted to be. It kept me going. And that said, I'm also glad that there's this version of you who got to go through all all the things you've been through. Like, yeah, you didn't get to be the cool celebrity who cuts down juggalos on badly defaced government property, and the idea of a normal life was rudely taken from you, and it's something you'll never get to experience, but this is so much more challenging and uncertain. You get to apply all that potential you showed in one reality to something much bigger and more existentially critical. Whatever strength you showed in trying to save a dying planet, the fact is, I think we need that more here. And the trials inherent in being part of something like this, I think they bring more out of you than a relatively pedestrian life on Earth would. Make you face more things about yourself, at least. That's been true for me. But it sounds like it's been true for you, too. It sounds to me like the experiences you've had changed you a lot for the better. You mentioned the experiences with him that were designed to make you stronger have actually made you weaker, but really, I doubt that's true. I bet you become stronger than you realize, not because of anything he did, but because of what you've done, and the ways you've changed yourself through your own effort. I hope it doesn't come off as overly sentimental garbage, but it seems to me like you turned out to be a really good dude. Like, really, a better sort of dude I ever imagined talking to when I pictured meeting the legendary guy I idolized. I pictured him as probably being too cool to be the type of guy you are, but you know what? Fuck being too cool for that.
You don't think I'm cool?
Nah, I mean in the right way, yes. I think you are. But in the way that doesn't mean anything and doesn't matter, not particularly. Anyway, all my stuff with respect to your other self, again, there's a lot more I could say about him. Maybe stuff you should know, or maybe it's all irrelevant to the path you're on now. Regardless, I'd be more than willing to answer any questions you have about him. Or anything, really. Feel free to ask me whatever, okay?
Yeah, I'll have to think. Hey,
Huh?
sorry about this.
What?
For what I'm doing now, this bullshit right here,
Oh,
it's really fucked up of me, what I'm presently doing, so sorry about that.
oh, yeah, man. This is some fucked up shit, alright.
I know.
But it's cool. Don't worry about it.
So fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty important conversation.
Yeah.
Since, you know, a lot of the time we've noticed that sometimes Dave is Hussy's self-insert, that also feels like some kind of apology to the people that Hussy hurt during his journey in making Homestuck. Like, yeah, he may have been taking care of Toby Fox, but, like, do you think he hurt him? Maybe. And his fandom? He hurt them too, in a way, kinda. But also his fandom hurt him back. It's all like a reciprocal process, you know?
You know, I think there's some interesting, definitely a lot of interesting subtext there.
Yeah.
I will say it's unfortunate that Hussy did not stay this introspective after Homestuck.
No. Alright. Let's go on to the next convo. After Vlad's little break.
Yeah. Hey. Yes. Hey. 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 You said another hey. Are you going to say hey again by chance? Hey. I knew it. Another hey. Can I, guess what? My first guess would be more hey, but if the thing to guess is the reason you are saying hey at me several times, I confess to being stumped. I got something for you. You do? What? That's the thing you got to be guessing. Is it the thing behind your back? Yep, but you gotta be more specific. Is it a little piece of paper that says hey on it? No, but that would be so funny. Haha, you're pretty funny. Damn, now I want to go away and start this whole shit over so I can do that punchline instead. Maybe we should do several rehearsals first, just to make sure the final performance is as funny as possible. Yes, but no. What I have for you is this. Ta-da! Is it real? Yeah, I mean, as real as I could make it, which I think means as real as the thing that it is, and you're always supposed to be when its idea is expressed as purely as possible through physical matter. Wow. What? It's a real alien egg. Bottom line, it took a lot of work and I guess voidy soul searching, but I finally made it just for you. For me? Yep, but hey, I know I don't know you too well. We just met. But this really was always going to be for you. This egg is stinking useless without someone who's qualified to care for it. And that's you. Please look after the little guy. I developed some oddly motherly feelings for the spiky fucker myself. It was like this whole quasi-intellectual emotional saga or something for me to figure out how to make this freaking it. It's a matriorb. Yeah, that. I don't believe this. How is it possible? I still don't know how you did this. Don't worry about it. It's just powers. Whoosh, whoosh, magic noises. Voila, instant orb. Just add the subtraction of its non-existence.
Aw.
Thank you. No problem. I didn't think it would be this easy. I mean, not that it was easy for you by the sound of it. What I mean is that I thought it was going to involve an arduous and lengthy process for myself to undertake in order to figure out how it was even possible to reconstruct the orb, let alone actually do it. Nah. Nope. So instead of all of that, it's just hand it to me like a nice present? Yes. I don't know what to say. This changes so much about everything I thought I had to do. Does it? The way I see it is that you shouldn't have needed to worry about making the thing. I think it will be challenging enough hatching it and tending to all the stuff that comes next. Isn't that basically being responsible for the preservation of an entire race of people? Not even a simple kind of people that all go about having their own babies by themselves and such. You have to set up and deal with this huge creature that does it all herself, right? Yes, and that's how it works. And yes, that will be probably very challenging. Yeah, so just focus on that. I'm sure you will have help if you need it. I mean, after all this shit is over, obviously. Hey, speaking of which, how did it go there? Did you do the thing? Yes, I think we did the thing. Our frogs should be good to go. We? Oh yeah, Karkat came too, didn't he? Where'd he go? Oh, he's still in the cave, meditating. Meditating, huh? Yes, it was a very spiritually uplifting encounter with the denizen. It really blitzed our chakras. He needs some time to clear his head. Hey, okay. So you're Rose's girlfriend, right? I don't know. Is that what humans call a mate spurt when the mate spurt is a girl? I don't know. Is a mate spurt the thing trolls call each other when they're girlfriends or boyfriends with each other? Yes. Aha. Then, the answer is yes? Yes. Well, now, it was kind of obvious. I was just making sure. Anyway, that's cool. Did you meet on your fancy meteor vessel? In person, we met there. Yes. Originally, we first spoke while she was still in her session. I assisted somewhat, but I think I bugged her mostly. That seems like a lifetime ago now. So I guess you must have gotten to know each other a lot better during the trip. Yes, we had a lot of free time. I bet. Man, 3 years, that was it? That's crazy for a whole bunch of people who only just met, including humans and aliens. Or I mean trolls. Whoops, sorry if that's rude. We call each other aliens all the time. Haha, but then you all immediately have to hunker down together for 3 years. That is very much what happened and what we had to do. It sounds fun. I wish I could have been there. I guess I had my own less long stint with people in my session, which was like half the year though, which was cool in its own way, but it wasn't as nearly social as your scene or how it sounded. It was pretty social, yes, but we also had little groups who generally convened with each other more often than the entire ensemble crowded together for a singular noisy affair. Such events were pretty rare, so maybe not as social as you are picturing. In fact, it was quite a subdued situation compared to the crowd I was formerly accustomed to and congregating with. There were 12 of us back then. Yeah, wow, I remember hearing about that from a friend who never even existed from this frame of reference. I guess that's another weird thing about my little sojourn to get to the point. It's all made of memories now that didn't even happen for other people. That does sound like a lonely predicament in its own particular way. A sort of sacrifice you've had to make, yes? Yeah. Sacrifice abounds, it would seem. I don't know of anyone presently alive who hasn't had to trade something for very, very important to them in exchange for continuing to be a material seeker in this endeavor. You were forced to trade something too, but in return you've been able to do something so wonderful that I guess I'm judging your accomplishment from a especially personal vantage. No matter what else you have been through, I believe you can say you've done something as important as anyone could ever hope to. Oh yes, I hope so. I really hope it all works out and you make a super successful troll world. Yeah, I want it to be a good place, not so much like where I'm from. It all sounds really daunting actually, not just the propagation of my kind, but managing to do it responsibly. Just causing millions of beings to exist for the sake of doing so, and dismissing responsibility for what sort of people they become. That isn't good enough for me. I think Echidna was right. I'll need him. Who? Oh, nobody. Let's say it was a figure of speech. I'll need everyone. Whoever is good and wishes to have a hand in the way our world is shaped. Count me in. I will. But as of the immediate point in time, I don't know what to do anymore. Before you came, I was on my way to join you and Rose and John. Feeling quite sure I was about to get ready to fight, but then you gave me this, and now I'm unsure of everything to which I just imminently committed myself. How so? I want to help us win, but I also have a lot of responsibility now, in a way that is much more tangible and also spiky and round and sharp than just a few minutes ago. And I feel I have to consider the risk to myself is also now the same risk to the future of my people. Does that make sense? Oh, I see. Yeah, it is like a mother wolf being all ready to stand up to some asshole of nature and like a nasty bear. And she's ready to fight and all, but also she's got to think about what happens to her pups if she gets hurt, yeah? Something like that. Except I'd relate it to an analogy that didn't involve weird alien creatures. Oh, sure, just imagine instead of a wolf, it's like a mother, help me out here. Muscle beast? A beautiful mother muscle beast, and instead of a bear, it's a Metroid. Let's say good enough. Damn straight, the fucking fighting of the year right there. But yes, that concern is completely understandable. You don't gotta fight if you don't want to, but I'm sure we could really use the help. Would I actually be of much use? I think so. I look at it this way. None of this next gen troll stuff is even going to matter if we don't win this fight, so we have to prioritize beating all these goddamn villains, especially the witch. Any extra edge is gonna help. And though I admit I don't know much about you, I'm feeling pretty confident in my assessment that you are probably some sort of sick, deadly bitch. Who told you my secret? I knew it. In fact, I would bet that you could use your concern for all your future space pups to be way extra deadlier in this fray. Maybe you'd make the whole difference. The point is we need you now just as much as anyone in the future will. We are all risking stuff and all in this together, and if you're going with me and Rose and John, don't worry, we ain't gonna let anything happen to you. I promise. Dang. That was really motivational. I feel very inspired now. For real? Yes, a little corny, but definitely genuine and moving. Now I'm suddenly psyched again to go dunk a narcissistic fishwoman into a sea dumpster. Fuck yes! Not to project myself as someone fickle or lightly swayed on big decisions. Maybe it was just a roughly 30-second spell of cold feet and I really just snapped out of it. I don't know. But you really do seem to have a way with motivational words. You must be a natural leader. I think your group was lucky to have you. Me? No, I'm not naturally good at all that. At all. I mostly just yelled at my friends because they were such a gaggle of frustrating bozos. I guess I'm just feeling way inspired by the fact everyone is here together and we're all about to try and do something huge and important. I've also watched John in action a bit, and he is very good at that stuff. He's actually so good at being inspiring, he's inspired me to try and be more inspiring. That sounds dumb as hell, but it's true as shit. I also love how he's got no idea how good he is at leaderish stuff. It is so inspirationally freaking adorable. Shall we go then? We hella shall.
Yeah, off they fly. And then we'll read one more scene and then we'll be done for the day.
Sounds good to me.
Why are you torturing Vlad like this?
It's fine. I'll be taking this if you don't mind. Not that I care if you mind. For that matter, not that there's any chance you could possibly mind what anyone does with this deadly secret weapon, since you've made it perfectly clear what sort of person you want to be. But to just say, someone who's dedicated her entire existence to being utterly useless. Wait, which version of me are you? Are you alive? Be quiet, I'm talking. Look at you. Just look at you. How completely pathetic. What? What's your problem? My problem is you make me fucking sick. Did you know that? That it was possible for you to go so far down whatever toilet you decided to jump into however long ago that you could literally make your own stomach turn? I mean, my God. What are you talking about? Is it my new clothes and tattoos and stuff? Look, I remember feeling that way too, all stuck up about certain... It's not your look. I mean, it's not the slightest bit flattering. Not that it's the slightest bit flattering. In fact, I think it's perfect for you. I couldn't possibly imagine a more impeccably suited to what a loser you've become. Loser? Hey, come on now. Yes, loser. You are a loser. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but this is what you are now. Are you really so far removed from reality that you can't see it? Did this transformation happen so gradually that you just didn't notice? I find it so hard to believe, and frankly more than a little disturbing, that some version of me could let this happen to herself without being at least somewhat aware that a dreadful decline of personal integrity was taking place. I'm not a loser, though. I like who I've become. I actually feel happy and good about my life for the first time in maybe forever. Like, actually good about my life in a way that feels real instead of forced. Don't you realize that's what it's like for us? You don't have a life. You're dead, remember? I'm the one with life. I'm fully intent to use it to make it into a relevant and constructive way to help bring an end to all the horrible shit that's been going on for way too long. Remember when you used to care about that sort of thing? No, obviously not. All you care about now is bullshit, hipstery fashion trends, feeling happy, and whatever the fuck it is you're doing here. Frolicking with some horses in an ugly field or some shit. Just absolutely disgraceful. How did I become so selfish? You do know how selfish this is, right? This isn't having some fucking epiphany or like growing as a person or whatever self-serving spin you might be putting on what's happening here. It's just plain narcissism, the worst kind you're capable of. A total renunciation of any good responsibility for contributing to the greater good. And it's making me fucking sick. No, that's not what it's like. You don't understand. You haven't been through. Been through what? I've been through plenty. Don't get patronizing with me. How did you die again? Weren't you being stubborn and insisting on going off to fight Jack, even though that was obviously an ill-conceived plan? I was going to get everyone killed. There it is again, making it all about you, even when you try to be heroic. You let that need blind you, and you did something really stupid, basically leaving no other option for you but to get killed. Since you started your journey as a ghost with that little feat of self-absorption, is it any surprise that after however many pseudo-sweeps wandering around as a lost soul, this is where you end up? A shamelessly self-indulgent punk-ass nobody? Wait, are you saying you didn't try to go fight Jack? What happened? How are you the version that's still alive? Different shit happened. And from that point on, I started making better choices unlike you. Contrary to your fake, lazy, fakey, happy shit, I've actually grown as a person. What do you think of that, you frivolously dithering bitch?
Woo.
Honestly, I can barely even stand to look at you. I should really get out of here and spare myself the nausea. Yet I keep standing here wasting my time dishing out this well-deserved smackdown. Maybe I'm paralyzed by disgust. Why are you being so mean to me? Mean? I'm just telling it like it is, sister. The truth is often harsh. That's something you used to understand, but now you appear to be the physical embodiment of everything I detest. God, I can't get over your shitty makeover. Ugh. Hey, did you gain weight too? What? No, I didn't. I'm not. Yes, you did. I'm not blind, you know. I'm not fat. Sure, tell yourself whatever you want. Whatever lets you be at peace with your new life. Why are you saying all this stuff to me? What did I ever do to you? I don't... Sniff. Holy shit, this is actually getting to you, isn't it? Unbelievable. Well, that tears it. You really are beyond any sort of redemption. Fucking incredible. Whatever happened to having a thick skin, letting stuff roll off your back? Not letting shit get to you because you always knew you were better than the one singing it. I guess this is what you call happiness now? Letting a few tiny little barbs shatter your self-esteem? You aren't happy. You're a hilarious train wreck combined with a sad punchline, and I'm ashamed to share an identity with you. Stop it! Oh, don't worry, Circuit. I'm done here. I'm off to do something useful like winners do. Something you wouldn't know anything about anymore. Arg, just leave me alone. How could I... How could I have ever been so awful?
Good.
Okay, this is just getting embarrassing. Time to shove off. The truth be told, I should probably delay killing Lord English by a little longer just so he can put you out of your misery. Just go away! Stop! I hate you! Your wish is my command, loser. Time to go get some awesome shit done and grab the reins on a relevant, proactive existence. Shit, I'm feeling more adventurous and worthwhile as a person just thinking about it. Anyone who feels the same way is more than welcome to join. Say, how about you, punking looking pasties? Does that sound like it might be the cut of your jib? Don't talk to her. She doesn't want anything to do with a piece of shit like you, and neither do I. Take your stupid treasure and your smug garbage about relevance and get the fuck out of here. Come on, Mina, let's ditch this evil hag and go find something else to do. Mina? What's wrong? Come on. Yeah, Vriska, listen. What? Fuck, I don't know how to say this. What is it? I think I might go, actually, with Vriska. I mean that one. No, please, Mina, you can't. I don't know if this whole thing is, fuck. Mina, no. I'm not, agreeing with her on a lot of that stuff. I'm just bored. But I thought you liked. I did. I do. I'm just sick of sitting around not being a part of anything. I want to see some action, I want to go kill a bad guy. Okay, yeah, I get that. Hey, me too. Look, see, I do too. Forget what I said. We can go fight him together. Just not with her. I couldn't handle that. It can just be you and me. Yeah, see, I don't know about that. The thing is, I think what I'm saying here, as great as it's been, really great, I think this has gotta be it. It's... No. Why? Mina, please, don't do this. You heard the lady. She's made up her mind. Stay out of this. Mina, you have to stay. I don't know what to do if you're gone. I don't have anyone else out here. I'll be all alone in this fucked up place. I never told you this, but it's terrifying here. It's terrifying being dead and having to live through memories forever and dealing with the fact that nothing really means anything. It's infinite and dark and it's all being ripped apart. And you're the only one who ever made me feel good about being here. You're the only one who made me feel good about being anywhere. Please don't. Mina, sob. Vriska, damn, why is this shit so hard? Not even lying, this is the hardest shit I ever did. I can't even fully explain. It's just how I think it's gotta be. But it doesn't. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, I think on that point, we're just gonna have to go algae to disalgae. I cannot believe you were doing the fish pun thing while you're breaking up with me. Sorry, sir. Tis the way of my peeps. Here's the thing. I don't think any of that shade just thrown at you was true. I like you a lot and all, but like, she has a point on one thing, which is you changed a lot. Not better or worse or anything. I ain't qualified to make that call, just different from the way you were when we met. Happier, I guess. I don't know, man, if you say so, then yeah. What I see though, someone who gradually turned into, like, vulnerable as shelled. And that is scary to me because of the way I am. I don't think I'm really the sort of person to be trusted with those kinds of feelings. See, the problem is, you don't actually know me very well. Nobody does. And the main thing about me is, that you gotta account for, or I guess I gotta account for, on behalf of feelings of people I don't want to see get hurt is, how do I say this? What you need to know is, like, I'm bad. No, Mia, wait, I don't care if you're bad. I mean, I don't even think that's true. But I don't care if it is. Please don't go. Don't go. At least not right away. Can you just stay a little longer so we can talk about this? Sorry, Vriska. I'm really sorry. Time to say goodbye, Mina. I just did. Let's just get out of here, okay? You got it. You've made the right choice, species. Now let's go round up that army.
Happy Pride!
I was saying, Toxic Yuri. It's Toxic Yuri.
Yep, we had Toxic Yuri for Pride. At that, we have 250 more pages left in this section, and then the section after that is about 40, so we have to get through 290 pages next time, so...
And then we'll have finished,
Homestuck proper.
Hell yeah!
Pretty cool.
Let's do it!
Yeah, we can do it. So, if
We can
everyone's-
conquer Homestuck!
Yeah, we can! If everyone's good for next week.
I'm not.
You're not?
Oh.
Pride.
Oh, yeah, Pride, yeah. Alright, we'll figure out scheduling.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll talk to you guys about that later then. But anyway,
Sure thing.
we did it. We did it. Vlad's got things to do. But
I got a drag show.
yeah, go get ready. So we'll read more of this next time. But if you've not heard yet, we love you and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah.
Andrew
happy
Husky is a cunt!
Yeah, happy Pride. Okay, night night, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye!